Hello, and welcome to KULT's official Twitch channel. I am super excited to be here. It's been really cool. It's been a while since, it's actually been a couple of days since I've been here on the chat, but it feels like so long just because I've enjoyed every moment of what's been going on with this channel. But we have some amazing people from Encounter Roleplay joining us today for a special side quest, as it were, for I Am Pilgrim, the campaign I'm running on Encounter Roleplay. So we will kind of go all the way around and get introduced to each individual before we hop into the narrative. So, Johnny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Johnny Blams. Today I will be playing a character named Joey Kennedy. He's like what you would call a photographer of the deceased. So what Joey Kennedy does is he takes pictures of people at funerals that he was not invited to. He then tries to either five-finger discount your baby picture or steal it online, and then makes kind of a grotesque collage of that content. And then he's kind of notorious for that on social media platforms and just like in the area that we are role playing in. And yeah, that's all I really want to dive into about Joey. So yeah.
Excellent. Actors at work. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, I am Kate Madison and I am playing Deet. That's it. No other names necessary. Deet doesn't necessarily have a job. She kind of helps out wherever is needed in a way, and then hangs around and sees what's going down. That's about it. We'll find out more, I suppose.
That we will. All right, next on our list is Nymeria. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, I'm Nymeria. Today I'm going to be playing Neve O'Connor, who uses she, her pronouns. Neve is a person that grew up in a very strange sort of place, the kind of village that does not make a lot of sense to the outside world. She works as a cultural liaison for a nonprofit, and she has some parts of her life that she wishes she could remember but can't.
Excellent. And finally, with a brick.
Hey, I'm with a brick. I'm Ray. I am playing Fiora De Rossi. She uses she, her pronouns, and Fiora is the more well-to-do woman of the crew. She's a real estate agent by day, and she takes nobody's shit by night. So I'm very excited to get into her and see what this is all about, but I'm glad to be here. I'm excited.
Excellent. So, much like the I Am Pilgrim campaign, this starts off with a plane trip all the way to the beautiful lands of Japan. The place that you guys are going to are the Izu Islands, specifically Miyaki Jima, an island with a volcano that every now and then pops its lid and makes living there pretty unbearable. At this point in time, they've just kind of gotten back to the island, but people still carry around gas masks just in case there's an uptick in kind of toxicity in the air and such. So it's kind of a extreme tourist destination, but Dylan has always had a very interesting and sometimes eclectic taste in travel destinations. He was never one to enjoy the, I guess, niceties of Paris or the modernity of some of the other places. But this is right up his alley. A place that needs help, a place that has a little bit of mystery and definitely a little bit of eeriness to it. And you guys have kind of gotten off the plane. It's tough. I mean, it's a long plane ride. You work for a nonprofit, so you're not in business class. It's kind of like that horrible class where you're stuck in between with your elbows rubbing against a stranger for the past 24 hours or so. But you're finally here. Unfortunately, the first thing you are greeted by is one of the individuals working at the airport. This place really is kind of this private airport strip. Very small, almost like a little apartment with a gravel road by it that gives semblance to some sort of airport. But one such lady who works there approaches you four and says, "I'm sorry, but I have a phone call to you from Dylan."
What did he have to say? Is he not coming? Is he here? He should be here already.
Well, I don't know. I just have a phone call, and not many people come to the island, so I assume it's for...
Wait, he's on the phone, or
He's on the
is he
phone,
on the
yes.
phone?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
He's on the phone? He didn't... Yeah, go. Whatever.
Where's the phone?
Over here.
No.
She leads over to like this little closet, janitor's closet, and opens the door. There is this old-fashioned kind of cream-colored phone that almost has this appearance of a rotary phone. The top of it is just kind of hanging from one of the steel frames.
Fiora will reluctantly, like, she looks around kind of like, is this really the technology that I have to use right now? And she kind of just like picks it up with like her 2 fingers and goes to answer it.
And I'll hear it.
Yeah.
And I'll
Holding
just
it...
lean in.
Yeah, holding it up, your ears kind of pressed up against each other. You hear, it's very distant. You've always been on those kind of annoying calls with someone whose connection is horrific, but good enough so that you can at least attempt the conversation. It's blurry, but what you get is can't make it. And there's an explanation there. You know there is, but it's lost in whatever airwaves between you two.
Well, I'll hang up the phone and kind of turn to the group. Well, our amazing friend Dylan can't make it on the excursion this time, so we are free to do as we like. Said it was all on us as per usual, or whatever it is that they do. But yeah, Dylan isn't making it this time around.
Right. So he sends us to the shithole and he doesn't even come? Great.
Yeah, it's like Dylan can't make it, or Dylan just didn't feel like it this time. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah, typical Dylan. Typical Dylan.
So
now what?
I was just going to ask you all, does anybody have an itinerary? Do we have a schedule? Did Dylan forward any of this information to anybody?
Well, I was hoping to get some photographs of the locals here with the gas masks. I thought that was quite artistic, and I'd love to get some pictures of that.
Yeah, pull my phone out of airplane mode and see if we've got like a Google Calendar or something.
You do. And the first thing you see on your calendar is you're meeting someone not too far from here at a cafe that's just a walk away. The individual is supposed to be your guide of sorts on the island and have the mask that you will probably need.
All right, let's go. I mean, I already feel like I'm hungover from that flight anyway, so caffeine would not be a bad idea.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys.
The food sucked.
Do you think wearing a gas mask will mess with my asthma?
I mean, I think not wearing a gas mask will fuck with you even more, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good
just don't
idea.
use it. You'll be fine.
Okay. Wait. Use it or don't use it?
Oh, fuck's sake. Use it if you need to
Okay.
use it.
Well, I was worried maybe I'd have
bullshit.
an asthma attack under... No, I'm serious. It might flare up my... You'll see. Anyways.
you don't want to not wear it, Joey.
I was just making sure. Jeez. Louise.
Are we gonna have to use it? Seriously? Like, he sends us to a place that we're gonna have to wear gas masks?
And then
masks? Are you
leaves.
kidding?
Doesn't even come.
What?
He sends us here
Is
like
it
it's
just-
Disney
is
World.
this like
And
a,
now, yeah.
Is this a practical joke, do you think? Is this what he's done? Is this like a joke? It's a joke, isn't it? Fuck.
He's around here somewhere. He might be like behind a garbage can, and he's gonna pop out and yell surprise and be like, "Oh, no, we're actually gonna go somewhere else." And then we get on the plane. And, okay, got it. Just keep an eye
Right.
out. He starts like look around, looking for Dylan, like for the practical joke, but obviously doesn't find him.
Yeah, a joke that never happens, but you do see just outside the window several individual small silhouettes in kind of like the fog of this morning staring at you through the glass. Black and gray gas masks staring at you, one of them wearing a dress, the other pants and trousers.
Hello? We got a message from Dylan. Do you know him? I think we're supposed to meet with you here. I think. Does the name ring a bell? Dylan, no, okay.
Look, and at this point, I think Fiora would be like finding a picture of Dylan in her phone just to be like this guy right here.
Yeah. The little ones nod and point kind of down the street, the sidewalk and gravel road. There's a slight dark shape in the fog of the morning. A little bit of the sun kind of drifting through it. You see little bugs flying about, kind of gathering around your hair.
I miss home, guys. It's I'm not a big fan of bugs. Or the outdoors, really.
Me neither. I was not prepared for this. What? Why do I feel like none of us were prepared for this trip that Dylan sent us on? This is by far the most annoying I've been, and even the flight was less annoying than this.
It was like he only arranged it like a week ago or something. That's why we're not prepared. He was like, "You're going on a flight. Let's go."
This is the first time that I haven't missed home in forever.
Oh, well. I'm glad you're having a great time, because I am getting pretty clammy over here.
You're always clammy.
True.
Let's go.
So we gotta do touristy things. Is that the plan now, or are we working? Are we on vacation, or what? I don't really get why we're here, especially if he didn't even come. Like, doesn't make sense.
I mean, we just go with what's on our agenda, right? Like, we make sure that all of that stuff is taken care of, and then do whatever we want in the off hours.
Okay.
Let's just try and follow his instructions and then see what we can find out.
Sounds like a plan.
So this meeting that we have, how long do we have? And she'll start to like check the itinerary as well to see like where we have to go, how long we have to get there, kind of what the next couple steps are.
Yeah, looking over pretty much after meeting the guide at the cafe, there's check-in, and then it looks like there's some notes and everything in Japanese, but seeing as you don't have any phone signal, it's kind of hard for it to sync, and it's look like it's taking a lot of batteries just trying to get a little bit it has.
I'm gonna screenshot the Google Calendar real quick, so we don't lose fucking addresses and get stranded here.
Yeah, it's good thinking.
Yeah, O'Connor, you have a couple of delicate fingers tap you on your right shoulder.
Okay, hi. What's up?
The person tapping is a very large woman, tall, physically impressive, with, of course, a gas mask attached to her face. You see a little bit of redness concerning where the straps meet flesh, and you can barely see kind of dark brown eyes through the filters of the lenses. Did Dylan send you?
Yeah. I mean, we all work together, but he's kind of nominally in charge. So, yeah, Dylan sent us.
Excellent.
Sure.
Well, here are your masks. And she pulls out from a little canvas bag 4 masks, each one black, somewhat faded though, as if they've taken some beatings every now and then. One of them even has a crack in this kind of plastic lens. You don't have to wear it all the time. Since you're just visiting, you actually can just hold on to it. If you ever hear the siren, put it on. But for the most part, you'll be okay.
Here, Joey, have the cracked one. I'm sure it would do your asthma loads of good.
Wait, are you serious? It'll help. All right. And he like kind of takes it willingly and's like, thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Of course.
I'll kind of roll my eyes and grab one of the other ones and just kind of like hold it. And it's like for real. And just shoves it in my purse.
Yeah, Neve takes a very practiced look at the gas mask and just like buckles it onto a little carabiner in her backpack. She's done this before.
Are you tired?
Sorry, what?
Are you exhausted?
I think it's just jet lag, but kind of a little, I guess.
Excellent. The first thing that was built here was a dormitory of some sort. Most of us have moved out of it, but there's still some space for visitors. It's kind of a impromptu hotel of sorts, just without the niceties that go along with it. I think that will be good.
Great.
Sure. That sounds great.
We don't need niceties. It's fine.
Excellent. Happy to hear that. I'll get us a taxi, and we'll head on over.
All right.
So did anyone get like really good vibes from that lady? I feel like she really wants to help us. Like that was super nice of her to give us, room for that for nothing, right? She didn't say she was going to charge us or anything. So that's pretty sweet.
It's not special. They do that for everybody that comes to visit.
Oh.
Nobody wants to come visit a place that is essentially a toxic waste dump unless they have a really good reason for it.
Yeah.
Well, way to just rain on my parade.
When we figure out a really good reason, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause to be fairly straight, if I knew Dylan wasn't going to be showing up, I wouldn't have either.
Wait, really? But you're like in charge. Don't you have responsibilities to maintain?
I'm
Reputation to
likely
keep.
in charge. I'm not like Dylan. I'm not like one of the. It is better if I just stay uninvolved in as many matters as I need to for the sake of keeping my eyes and ears open for the rest of us. Me being compromised and busy doesn't do too well, especially when Dylan's not around. I can't be the only person in charge. I don't do well with all responsibility.
Yeah, me neither. I'm here to just take some sweet pictures for my blog. So just kind of going with the flow with you guys. So I call not being in charge.
Well, which reminds me, and she'll turn to Joey. Please try to stay with the group. I know you have a weird hobby fascination that you always seem to flitter off with, but we're in another country. Please don't get stolen, taken, directed.
Why would I be stolen?
I don't know where we are. I don't know who these people are. I don't know.
Well, I don't either.
Well, that's
But
what I'm saying. You have a hobby that you like to just kind of do your own thing sometimes.
Fine, I will try. Boldface, underline, italicized. Try to stay with the group. But if I see a really good shot, I'm gonna go take it.
Okay, well, that goes for all of you. Please, if I am somewhat in charge here or trying to be, or I am responsible for you all, please just stay within eyesight and earshot, please.
Everyone have a partner and hold hands at all times. Can you walk with an umbrella? That would be great.
Me?
Nose goes on having Johnny as a partner.
God.
Joey.
What? You want him as a partner?
No, I said nose
Wait.
goes. You're stuck. Ha ha ha.
Great. Well,
All right,
we
Fiora,
are in
let's go.
class. Okay, whatever.
I start to look around for the taxi that this mysterious tall lady has called for us and see if anything, unless Mitch can't hear us yet. But I start to look around. Excellent. Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, this little like bug pulls up, cranking forward, jutting out of the fog, and then shifting slowly in front of you. It looks like it's going to be cramped, especially if this lady is going to join you. On the other side, you see a man. His kind of tongue is slightly out. He's not wearing a mask. Brown eyes, sort of like it's almost like he's constantly has a headache. His brow always kind of just furled up. He looks at you. Hello?
Joey gets way too close to the front of the car and takes out his camera and says, "Say cheese."
Yeah. He so you're at the front of the car?
Yeah, like right against his like driver's side door.
Yeah, the car jumps forward, kind of getting really close to you, and he goes, "You thought I was going to?" Come in, please.
Okay. And like Joey like hesitantly gets in the back of the cab.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, wandering up behind very apprehensively.
I will not put my backpack in the trunk of the taxi. It is sitting on my lap with me.
Am I gonna have to be shotgun? Fuck. I grab my bag and put it on my lap as well.
Yeah, stuffed into this car. You hear what sounds like opera coming from the radio, clipping out every now and then. This lady just watches you guys as you pull out and head into the fog, going deeper and deeper. It feels like you guys are going up an elevation, and eventually you see kind of like these two kind of hotel-like towers, very, very rectangular with a bridge in between it. It looks like the dormitories go up to about 6 floors with a bridge connecting the 5th floors.
So is this like an assigned seat situation, or do we just go wherever?
I will help you with your rooms. We have a few people in the hotel. Don't worry about them. We clean at the end of the month.
What's so funny?
I don't know. It is nervousness.
Uh-huh.
Why would he be nervous? And I'm like trying to like whisper without him like hearing me. I'm like, we're just normal people, right? I mean, nothing to be nervous about. I get the heebie-jeebies.
Same. I'm fairly uncomfortable in this cab.
Can I try and get a read on this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, like occult read on this guy?
You can roll read a person with plus intuition.
Okay. And how many dice do I roll? What do I...
2d10.
2d10s. Okay. Let's see. 16.
Excellent. You get to ask me 2 questions concerning this person, and I will answer truthfully.
Is there something that he is laughing at that we are not noticing?
Yes.
Can I see what it is?
There's a certain nervousness about him. The anticipation of a prey trying to be predator. The awkwardness of it and the enthusiasm in association with the hunt. But it's just, while his eyes kind of say predator, the rest of him is just kind of this nervous wreck, as if there's a conflict within his heart and soul.
Okay.
And maybe even an air of familiarity concerning you.
Why the hell are we not going to a hotel? Like,
I
was
told
this
you
not
people don't
booked?
just come here for fun vacations. Nobody comes here for like good reasons.
Well, except photography projects for their blog, but yeah. Plus, it's kind of like part of the adventure, right? Like we get to go in the cab with the guy, and then he takes us to a cool local place. You know, we get to meet the people of this land and get to know them a little better. So I think that's part of the experience, right, guys? Or am I just looking
Yeah,
at
no, it's slowly gassed to death. This sounds great. I'm enjoying every moment.
I'm tired. I want to go find our rooms and lay down for a minute.
Okay.
Of course. And he'll help you put your bags next to the building. And he doesn't say goodbye. He doesn't ask for money. He just slips back into his taxi and goes back down, leaving you guys here, these 2 dormitories, standing right next to you, almost peering down at you with the bridge in between of it.
Is there anyone else in the dorm? It's just us.
You haven't seen anyone. There's a glass door. Says pool in English as well as Japanese. Right on the glass. Just beyond it is it's kind of dinky little lounge, a couple of chairs, each one kind of covered in this dust. But a working elevator.
Well, you did say they clean at the end of the month. Must have been 1 fucking month.
Yeah, especially as nobody's here. So how does it get this dirty? Do they mean the end of the month at the end of a year? Jesus.
As we're walking through, can I see any relation between the conditions here versus the conditions of the buildings that I'm familiar with back in the US? Like, same tactics, same sort of situation, if it is?
While this really looks like someone has just moved away from it, it looks more moving on, while your particular tactics are, well, you know.
Yeah, if it's purposeful or not purposeful, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, at least the elevator works, and we can move freely up and down without climbing stairs and stairs. I hate exercise in all shapes and forms, so this works for me, at least. It's a small token of good in this not good situation.
That's the right attitude.
She'll start like picking up her stuff and kind of like heading in.
I follow as well, rather chipperly, because the group's finally like positive for once, because Joey's back and forth all the time of sad, happy, sad, happy. So he's like, yeah, let's go, guys.
Yeah,
He's really
climbing into the elevator, you hear it groan, that kind of nervous sound an elevator makes whenever there's maybe a little bit too much weight upon it. And it really has nothing to do with you and more so to do with the age of this particular contraption. But nonetheless, right before you, you see that there are 8 buttons, 1 through 8.
I thought this building was 6 stories. What the fuck?
Are they?
I pressed the 8th button.
Yeah, it just, there's no kind of, it doesn't light up in the elevator, it stays still.
What the fuck?
Maybe they just like, it's got 6 floors and they just bought a cheap, like, secondhand elevator and these buttons don't do shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they just, mix and match parts. Maybe there's not it's not connected to like a switch in the interface and whatnot. So
Yeah.
maybe it's just an empty button.
So much better. And you see, like, I'm starting to like nervously like play with my hands in this weird elevator.
Then why not just get, I don't know, like 50 floors on your button panel?
Well, that'd be a really big panel, right? And then people would be like, well, there's only 6 floors. Where's the other?
Like, why 8? Why 8?
Because that was what they could find, maybe? I don't know. They clearly are not getting the best stuff. This is just a secondhand piece of junk from somewhere.
On the elevator buttons itself, is it just floors 1 through 8, or is there a basement and then 1 through 7?
Nope, just 1 through 8.
Okay, well, we should just go to where our rooms are because this is like jet lag fucking hitting me hard and I'm tired.
Too complicated. Follow what Neve says. Let's just go. Let's not think too much. We can think tomorrow when we have some rest and recuperation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do we actually need to go? What floor was it? 6?
6, yeah. Hit the 6.
Press the 6
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of shakes a little bit and then slowly starts to go up. Looking through the windows, because it's that kind of old style elevator with these kind of little 2 strips of glass that lets you kind of get a peek into what's on the other side. You see cement and then floor, that same typical almost annoying and migraine inducing multicolored carpet that's only purpose is to hide stains of all sorts. The walls, as you go up, go from kind of a cream color to more of a filthy, dirty cream, and almost darkness tinted to the whole thing. Most of the floors don't look like they even have power. As you go up, some of the floors just are dark and you only see a little bit of light filter in from the entrance window. And then the elevator stops right on the 6th floor. That customary ding occurs. And finally, the music comes on. Opera. Some woman singing in anguish.
What is it with these people in this damn awful opera music?
I kind of like it. And Joey like steps outside of the elevator and pulls out his camera and he's like, and excellent. And like just kind of like takes in the surroundings and looks around. Can I do a perception check or whatever perception thingamajiggy?
Yeah, you can observe a situation. It's 2d10 plus your perception.
Excellent. Joey's very perceptive. He's just not very intelligent. Photographer, but small brain. Similar to myself. We got a bad roll, and I think that is a 9 + 3, so a 12.
All right. Not too bad. So you get to ask me one question, and I will answer faithfully.
Was there ever Is there any signs of violence in this lobby-way ever? Like any stains that could be mistaken for blood, like stuff that is indicative of violence or foul play, etc.
There's no visual clue onto this, but a slight sniff, a little bit of a tinge of copper, you know, that sharpness that fills your nostrils, something that you were familiar with. Where it's coming from, it's hard to say.
Kind of smells weird in here.
Yeah, I've lived in some shitty places, and this looks like the worst. And this is a vacation.
So it's a vacation. Okay, got it.
As soon as the elevator's door open, Fiora does not touch a wall, not a door. She doesn't brush up against anything. She's clutching her purse and her bags close to her. She is not feeling comfortable by any means, like making the most physically like unhappy faces as she's like watching everyone else kind of mosey around and taking the scene.
Yeah, and it's tough to not touch everything because the walls aren't what you're accustomed to in the West. If anything, it looks like they cut a lot of corners because you can only go through the hall one by one, never two by two. It's very thin, almost claustrophobic, with every door kind of a dark crimson red with numbers hanging from it.
I think Neve is just walking down the hallway towards where their room is, just kind of like kneading at the part in her forearm. She can feel the weight of this hard implant stick thing that's in the wrist, like weirdly comforting pressure on her tendons.
When you open up your room, and you guys have multiple rooms, each one is really just a bed and about 3 feet of space right outside of that bed. So a very small room with a window no bigger than your hand in the center far end of the wall. There's a couple, actually there's only one cabinet space for you to put things, but it's all just small.
Yeah, you know, on second thought, I think I'm gonna just change and go for a quick little swim before I nap.
Where are you going swimming?
There was a sign for a pool, I thought, earlier, or someplace, just water, like...
If it's got water in, I'll be surprised.
I'm disgusting. We've been sitting on a plane for hours. I don't want to just, like, crawl into this shoebox and fall asleep. I'm gonna go swim.
I consider myself a fairly brave person, but Neve, you are always topping me out. I would never swim in a pool that was here, ever. So if it's good, please let us know, but good luck with that.
Are we using the buddy system still?
I'm not going down there.
God.
There's no need.
No, you don't have to come if you don't want to. Go take your pictures and find weird shit in the hallways.
Yes. And Joey's like all pumped and like runs in his room and like starts unpacking his bags. He's really excited to start photographing stuff.
Great. Ditch my buddy. I'm coming with you. Let's see if there's how many bugs there are in this pool.
Heading to the pool.
Yep.
Excellent. There's a sign, and
I'm not putting my bag down. I've
keeping it with
literally
you.
looked in the room, gone, fuck that, and I'm going to the pool. We'll see.
Yeah, coincidentally, it looks like the pool is on this floor. You see a little sign, Japanese and English. A little further down the hall. As you move down, you see rooms to your left and to your right, and then it opens up into a kitchen area, as well as a bathroom and shower place. Everything's open. There's really not much privacy to this whole place. It looks like the only time you'll be alone is when you close the stall to the restroom, but even then someone could see your feet. It's so tight in there. And of course, there's your room. But the sign begs you to move further down. And there's this kind of mosaic, beautiful, gorgeous, yellows, reds, blues, all sorts of colors intermingled together. And it's hard to figure out what exactly it's trying to convey, but you can see water behind it through the mosaic. Just kind of trickling and moving around, rippling.
She's gonna just go into the little changing room.
There is no changing room.
Oh, never mind. Just gonna take off pants, put them in the backpack, and then walk over to where the water is.
Is the water? What does the water look like? I'm kind of following in, but I have no intention of taking any clothes off or going for a swim. I'm just curious.
The water is pristine. It's gorgeous. It reminds you of a beach in a faraway tropical island. That clear sort of bluish tint to it. It's almost impossible to kind of see the line where the water begins and where everything else ends.
Is the rest of the room, like the if there's a walkway around, is that kind of looking clean as well, or is it like shithole until you hit water and then the water's pure?
No, as your eyes kind of shift around the place, you see kind of like these blue little tiles, no more than an inch around, just kind of covering this whole place. You would think you were in some sort of fancy hotel, maybe in the 70s. A little flamingo stares out the window to the mountain and the volcano beyond. And there are several towels just kind of folded up nice and neatly in the corner.
This is a nicer room than the shitholes we're going to sleep in. I think I'd rather sleep in here. It's the cleanest place around.
No, water has a way of getting things clean again. She just steps into it and dunks head underneath. Just slow exhale of bubbles through the water. Just finally enjoying that sort of roaring, quiet noise from being underwater.
Yeah. The moment your head kind of slips into the water, it comes up and you feel like your wrists and your ankles are shackled. It's dark, and you feel a padded kind of sofa seat clinging to your backside.
Where am I? I'll open my eyes, and can I at least... Is there like that feeling of water being on your eyeballs?
No. You look around and it's a darkened room with a singular light. It looks more so like a light meant to attract bugs, as you see several of them flittering around it, hitting it, being zapped, and then falling to the ground. You can almost hear the echo of the little flies hitting the ground, just kind of little puck, 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 puck.
Oh.
Why don't you go ahead and keep it together? 2d10 plus.
Oh no, it's
willpower.
Minus because this bitch is broken. -9.
-2 to your stability. You're feeling a sense of familiarity to this whole place. A person walks up, a gas mask set upon their face, looking down at you, and in their hand there is a saw. Rusty, somewhat blunt.
What do you want? Why are you here?
The individual takes off his gas mask. It Looks like some sort of Westerner, blue eyes, blonde hair, kind of gazing down at you with a compassionate smile. Neve, that's your name, right?
Yeah.
Everything's okay. I know you are feeling a sense of dread. Maybe a little tingling in your spine that suggests that you're in some sort of danger. You're not.
I'm not?
No,
Okay.
you're fine. Breathe in. Breathe out. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
You had a question. I have answers, and I promise I will never lie to you.
Who are you? Do I know you?
You do not know me. I cannot provide my name, even though you probably will not remember this conversation.
Why am I not going to remember this conversation?
There's a certain procedure we do, one where we stick a drill in the back of your head and kind of scrape off a little bit of your brain. It's not altogether accurate, but for the most part, it does the job.
What the fuck?
Remember, you are safe, Neve.
Am I?
Yes. I told you I would not lie to you, and I care for you. I care for you deeply, Neve. You have more questions.
I don't know if I've been here before. Have I been here before?
No, this is your first time. Your parents brought you here.
Right. I don't remember why though.
Money. That's generally what people do and why they do it. Money. I think people underestimate the value of money and what people will do in order to acquire it. It's really safety, comfort, continuation of normality.
I don't understand. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they?
Neve, and he places a delicate hand upon your shoulder, and like a father to daughter kind of, shh. I know this is hard to swallow, but your worth can be, well, you're about $1,200. That is your worth. Now, I can see on your face that there is the normal road of morality where you're trying to justify the fact that humans do not have a worth. You've been told probably your whole life that humanity in of itself is worth so much more than any sort of monetary equivalent. But I assure you, through history, you can almost track the dollar value of a human. And that's your worth, Neve. You are worth so much. You should smile. You should be happy. Not many people get to be told their worth in a very accurate fashion.
$1,200. Is that a
Yes.
lot?
It is. It is, Neve. That's all you should think about.
It's a lot. Okay.
It is.
Am I going to remember that? Am I?
Maybe some tickling within the back of your throat. But there's the procedure. And then what happens after? And Deet, you were just seeing Neve, like the bubbles in the water this whole time. She has not gotten out of the water. And it's been like 5 minutes.
And there's still bubbles.
Yes.
I think Dee would be worried because I don't think she thinks she can. She looks like she's probably drowning. She just went under the water and just started blowing bubbles for 5 fucking minutes. Not many people can hold their breath, let alone she's not even holding it. How far from the edge is she?
Not far. If you'd like, you can get a little pole, one of those hooks, and grab
Yeah,
her.
like is she grabbable with at an arm's reach? Do you think?
No. Hook.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't think she noticed for a couple of minutes. She probably saw her go under, and then she started just looking around, and then she looks over and she's still underwater. It's like, did she come out? Like, so I don't think she has stared at her for 5 minutes, but now she's starting to like slightly get worried and be like, okay, I've not watched her swim before, so I'm gonna look around for a pole to poke her with to like go, stop fucking doing this. Yeah, basically just be like, get up. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
You poke her with a stick.
I'm finding a stick, whatever, or one of those nets, something,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna kind of like try and just give her a poke in the side to just be like, stop freaking me out. This is not funny, kind of thing.
Yeah. Pulling her back to the edge, kind of the stairs, bringing her up a little bit, something for her head to lean on. Neve, you are washed up onto shore like a piece of trash from the ocean.
What the fuck was that? Jesus, I'm not a lifeguard. What you went for a swim and then you just blow bubbles and freak me out? That's not funny. Jesus.
I'm okay. It's a lot. Deed, I'm worth a lot. $1,200.
What? Right. You plan to become a prostitute?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I just know it's enough. I know it's enough. It's a lot. It's $1,200. It's $1,200.
Yeah. Okay. What? I'm just gonna kind of splash water in her face and kind of walk away from her.
Fuck.
I feel like she's just freaked. What? Just swim or don't swim? Like, what do you mean I don't even understand what you're talking about right now.
Dude, why are you giving me
$1,200.
such a hard time? This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
It's not that great a pool. I don't understand. Like, is it that good? Is that good a pool?
Yeah, I think there's something about the water here. You should try it.
Okay. Right. Uh-huh. How much will I be worth, I wonder?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Okay, yeah, I think there is something in the water, and I think you should get out of it.
Okay. But she's still kind of just sitting there like on the pool steps, kind of sculling hands back and forth a little bit.
I'm gonna dip my fingers. Well, I'm wet a bit anyway, but like, I want to smell my fingers. Like, does this smell kind of slightly toxic or something? Like she's been drugged by something in the water?
No, if you ever imagine the saliva of someone who hasn't brushed their teeth in several days, it very much resembles and feels and smells like that.
Okay, that is disgusting. Get the fuck out of the water.
Fine. I'll get out.
Deet. We were going to roll for your haunted background. So go ahead and roll 2d10, and that's it.
Oh, fuck, they went everywhere. Hold on a second. Maybe I'll use my little bowl. Oh, okay. 2 9s, so 18.
Holy, okay. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm using this bowl forever.
Whatever dark thing
It's even, I think, a Japanese bowl, which is cool.
Oh, that's
right?
cool. Yeah. Whatever dark thing is lingering in your shadow will just shift off and hang out with the other two. Speaking of which, Fiora and Joey, what are you two up to?
Joey has just unfinished packing all his camera gear, and he's ready for the photo shoot of a lifetime in this creepy abandoned dormitory. And he's quite ecstatic about it. Yeah, he's brought multiple on this trip, so he's a film photographer, so he plans to get a lot out of the film. So yeah, he's like kind of like a little kid ready to go outside of his room, like kind of waiting for Fiora, like, I'm ready, whatever. Just like sitting there like with his cameras ready.
I think Fiora goes to like find one of the towels in the bathroom and puts the towel on the bed, like on the bed or on one of the tables, and puts her stuff on the towel. Like she's trying to like be super clean about everything and starts to unpack just the tiniest amount of things. But then she transitions. She's got like a little one of those mini backpacks. So you see her just taking a couple things from her large, like big name brand purse to her little backpack. And she kind of gets ready and she's like, well, I can't let you go off by yourself. And I'm definitely not going down to the pool. So sure, if it's a photo excursion you want, then by all means, lead the way.
Yeah. Fiora, what's interesting is as you're unpacking, you notice that there's a little tin can inside of it, wrapped around with rubber bands, and kind of attached to it is a VHS tape.
She says, hold on. If you want to go ahead, sure. I found something. And she'll take it out and kind of like start to unwrap it, but like precariously looking at it the entire time she does, and like taking one band off at a time, like trying to see if she remembers packing this, if it's hers, or if she remembers if someone gave it to her.
You don't remember this being you have no idea what it is or what its connection to you, but as you unfold it, it definitely kind of has a little clingy, like almost like there's sand inside of it, as well as some other objects.
Yeah, I'll continue to unpack everything so it's just kind of laid out on top of my suitcase or whatever.
Are you opening the tin can?
I am. Kind of cautiously at first, but if it's difficult, she'll kind of just out and open it.
Out puffs this cloud of dust, and you notice what looks like ashes in the tin. You feel some of it kind of go up your nostrils, and a few teeth inside as well. Probably molars.
She'll kind of like shake it. She doesn't want to touch it, so she'll like shake it around. How many are in there?
3.
You said they're molars?
Mm-hmm.
And what appears to be ash. Okay.
And Joey's still waiting, anxiously in the hallway, and he chimes in. He's like, hey, you almost ready to go? I'm really excited. I'm waiting.
She'll turn around and still with the tin can in her hand and just be like, are you all playing a joke on me? Because it's not funny anymore.
What do you mean?
What the fuck is this, Joey?
And I kind of run into her shoebox of a room, and I'm like, ooh. Well, where'd you find that?
In my suitcase. I didn't pack it. You know,
Excellent.
back in the US, if somebody was to do this, I'd consider it a high threat and probably go after their neck. However, I don't know if this was done before or after we landed. I didn't pack this. And she'll set
Maybe,
it down. I'll set it down on the table.
Maybe you remember that guy from the cab? He was all giggling. Maybe he put the tin can in your backpack, and that's why he was giggling so much and felt so nervous, because then it was like a joke. Yeah, maybe that's it, right?
I suppose, but why give me teeth? What purpose is this? And she'll lit it and kind of push it to the side and continue touching and unpacking whatever else is in the care package, it seems to be.
Just the tin and the VHS tape.
Okay, then I will look around the room. Does it look to be like there's a VHS player?
No, this place is much too small for a boob tube.
She takes it and wraps the tin back up in whatever paper or cloth it was wrapped back in so it doesn't open in her backpack. And she will put the VHS and the tin in her tiny little backpack that she was already going to take, and just kind of like, you see her like have this uncomfortable look on her face, and she starts to like pick things up and put things together, and kind of like, I close my suitcase. I put my suitcase in the corner of the room behind one of like the curtains. You know, she's starting to hide her things, which you don't see as something that she would normally do. So it's a little bit unnerving. But as soon as she's done with it, she'll kind of come back to you and just be like, okay, I'm following you, Mr.
Cool. Hey, do you think he maybe gave you the teeth to make you smile?
Haha. I hate that is still a joke over on the other side of the freaking world.
Oh, I thought you'd like that. Dang it.
And pay no mind. It's probably just a harmless prank. Let's be on. Do you have any ideas of where you want to go first?
Well, I figure we're on floor 6 and there's 5 unexplored floors. My dad always said a room is the best way to learn about someone's past. You know, you find some clues, you find little artifacts, you find a bunch of things in someone's room, and all that can be construed into art. And that's why I'm here.
Well, let your art lead on then. I'm merely just a perusal.
Sweet. And he starts to walk out of the room and takes a glance left, kind of like a glance right, checks one direction even though there's clearly no wind, and then starts to head towards back towards the elevator, and kind of just really takes in the elevator for a second and looks over to you, and he's like, what do you think they built this thing?
When or why?
Maybe both.
When, by the looks of it, eons and eons ago, even though there's probably still people that might live here. Do you think people live here? Do people live in this condition?
That tall lady said that some people still haven't moved out of here, so I would guess so. I'd guess some people still are residents to this dormitory, and if people didn't live here, why would they keep the elevators on?
Fair.
And someone put that tin in your backpack, so someone has to be pulling a prank on you, right?
Fair. I don't know. It all just strikes me as super odd. Are you uncomfortable? Is it just me? Am I not used to these things? And am I just the?
Oh no, this is very disturbing, but I thrive off it. This is great. This is what I came here for the art of the. Actually, you know what? And you see like a little light bulb go off in Joey's head. He's like, could you just like pose next to this elevator for me? I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna get a picture, and then we could go on the adventure. Can we do that?
Sure, of course. And you see her just like try to modestly pose, but she's very like particular about it. She's very like, she knows what she's doing. It's the air of, I can't believe it's taken you so long to ask me to pose for a photo. So she like precariously tries to just act like nonchalant until you get your photo, and I assume the elevator gets called not too long after that.
Yeah, so he goes back and all right, yep, just right here, and excellent. Thank you. And he kind of looks back down into the viewfinder just to like make sure he was like aiming the shot upright and whatnot.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the elevator never dings. It never shows any indication whatsoever that it's even working.
I will annoyingly keep pressing the button to see if I hear anything move.
Nothing. Silence.
Ah.
So much luck.
Joey will start to look around to see if there's like any other way to exit this. I'm picturing one long hallway. I'm not too familiar with that, but is there any other exit, or is it just the elevator?
No, if you make a right and go down the hallway, you will find a door leading to the stairwell.
Oh.
Hey, Fiora, I think there's stairs over here. We could just leg it. Not the worst idea. I'm already clammy, so you might as well join the club.
Oh, fun. Awesome. Amazing. Sure. And I'll start to make my way over to the stairs. Joey, are there stairs going up?
I'm not quite sure. Let's find out. And he like kind of like little kiddily runs away, like super excited to like take more photos of this creepy ass place.
Yeah, heading down the hallway and kind of opening the door to the stairwell, you do see that there are stairs leading up and there are stairs leading down. There is also what looks like it's electronics kind of pushed against the landing of this floor. TVs and old radios and such.
Joey, do you find it disheartening that Neve reminded us that there's only 6 floors in this building, yet there are stairs and the elevator continue to go up?
Joey thinks about it for like a split second, and then you see the same look of light bulb go off in his head, and he sprints up the stairs with his two double fisting cameras, ready to take so many photos, and just is so excited to figure out what's up on this level.
Excellent. You go up to the next level, disappearing up the stairs. I assume you open the door to that wonderful hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am reluctantly behind him after I compose myself with the deepest breaths I've taken all day.
You hear splashing. Coming from just down the hallway, it sounds like to the left.
Is it dark? Like what's the lighting like here?
It's slightly darker. Yes, there are kind of less bulbs up on the ceiling that are active on this floor.
Okay, so Joey would he would in his little backpack. I'm not wearing a backpack because I'm already clammy, but in his little backpack he would rummage and be like, well, this one probably needs flash. It's a little bit dark out here, and he starts to take off his lens cap and turn his little flash on, and he's like, alrighty, let's see what we got in here. I can't remember if this one. All right, excellent, and hits the hallway with a quick burst of light, and kind of just like observes his camera after to make sure his settings were right and whatnot.
Yeah, it's very peculiar as you kind of do the flash. Instead of kind of one flash and then vanishing of light, it almost seems to echo down the hallway until it finally hits the other side and then just vanishes.
Well, that was weird. And Joey kind of like looks back to see if Fiora's behind him because he figured by now she'd be up the stairs, right?
Yeah. She takes her leisure time. She's not going to sweat for any purpose that she doesn't need to sweat for. So she takes her time, and I imagine as you clicked it and it just kind of trailed off into the hallway, she kind of just crests the stairs and realizes that you took a picture, or like realizes the flash went off.
Hey, Fiora, check this out. This is crazy. I don't know what this floor is, but it's got some weird bouncing of light going on. I've never really seen anything like this before. Are you ready?
Sure. Go ahead.
Ready, and puts off the flash again.
Yeah, it's normal. There's nothing weird or interesting about it.
Joey, I don't know if you have a new lighting trick that I'm just not aware of, but that looked like a normal camera flash to me.
No, I swear it was like I had multiple strobes going off the whole way down the aisle, and it was like an echo effect. It was crazy. It was a.
Yeah. And Dee and Neve, you see kind of these flashing lights from the other side of the mosaic out in the hallway.
Nonetheless, let's just be careful. Maybe this isn't on the registry of a floor for a reason. Make sure.
Yeah,
there's
that's
no-
where you keep all the good secrets. Duh. And he starts walking down the hallway because he's like, okay, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, this is a photographer's dream, right? Sneaking into abandoned urban places and photographing them and art. Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay. And Fiora starts to like trail behind him, literally like watching every step she's taking. Cause she's like, so Fiora's like, she's wearing a shirt very similar to me, but she's wearing like nice dress slacks and like heeled boots. So you can hear when she's walking. So like, you don't hear the click of her heel anymore because she's standing on her tippy toes trying to like move about the floor and like move out of the way of everything that seems to be like just cluttered and gross. But she's trying her best to keep up with you at a slower pace.
Yeah. And you guys, Neve and Dee, you guys hear them.
Hey,
stomping
Joey,
around.
you want to take a picture of $1,200 for your blog?
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love to do that. And he like excitedly like starts getting more camera gear ready and like all this stuff. He's like, yeah, where do you want to take it? And he's like ecstatic about this.
And then she'll just dramatically like whoosh, throw the towel across the pool and be like, it's me. It's me.
Excellent.
Yeah, and looking at this, Joey, it's kind of weird, the smile on Neve's face as you're looking around at this disgusting pool. And no one is even talking about the bodies just floating on the surface, hair matted, patched up, and floating in this dark, browny, grime-covered pool.
I think there's something in the water. She's like, she went underneath and now she's like talking like she's freaking high.
Okay.
Joey, if you clone me in the camera, it'll be a picture of $2,400.
Neve, this isn't funny anymore. Get out of the pool.
And this is like the first time that like whimsical Joey's like, yo, this is too, we've crossed the threshold of this is too fucked up. Like, he's like, guys, there's dead bodies in there. That can't be sanitary.
Everyone roll,
What?
keep it together.
What do we add to keep it together?
2d10 plus your willpower.
Willpower.
I got a 15
Ooh.
somehow.
Yeah, you grit your teeth. You're like, you're riding the whatever whimsy is within you.
A 17.
17, even with a negative modifier.
Holy crap. All right,
Wow.
Deet, I believe in you.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 and a 6, which is 13, right? My maths is rubbish.
Yeah.
So
All right, yeah.
that's-
So you get to
that's
pick
just-
one of the options. So you could be angry, sad, scared, sounds appropriate, or guilt-ridden, obsessed, have this haunt you in the future. What do you think?
do I suddenly see what they see, or am I still seeing this pristine pool? Because
Oh
that
man,
might
it's
make
a pristine
difference.
pool. It's gorgeous.
I might be angry then because, like, everyone's suddenly acting different and really weird, and I'm like feeling like this is all just a big practical joke or something. It's just like, what the fuck?
All right, -1 stability, and you are angry.
Ooh, -1. Do I need to like mark that down somewhere?
Yeah, just on your character sheet, or off to the side.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I'm gonna put it in my Google Doc for now because I don't know where to
Perfect.
quite put it.
-1
so-
stability means what?
It means you are uneasy, so you're moderately stressed.
Oh, okay, because there is so there is a stability thing on the sheet. So
Yeah, it's
are we
like
meant
composed.
to start composed and then I've gone down to uneasy? Is that what's happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it just continues to go on, and on the left hand, it shows you what like penalties you'll be having.
Yeah. I
Oh,
started
got you.
distressed from character creation.
And where are we seeing the pool from at this angle? Can you just depict that
You
scene
were
for
on
me
the
real
floor
quick?
above, were you? I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I was
slightly.
picturing.
Exactly.
Cool.
It doesn't matter. The point is she won't get in the water.
And you guys see like the same light bulb effect that Joey has, and he's like, okay, we got to bring out the big guns for this. This will solve this. And Joey like rummages in his bag, and he goes and grabs a bigger, even bulkier camera, and he's like, this should solve it.
Neve, seriously,
We're gonna come down there.
Get out.
And I'll show you guys the picture I just took.
Okay.
He gets out this like big bulky camera. He's like, this will show him, Fiora. This will show him. Then they won't think we're crazy, right?
No, I hope not. This is disgusting.
Oh, okay. I don't understand this joke. I don't understand. It's not funny.
Got it.
I'm moving past Joey now to try and find a way to get down the stairs into the pool.
So you guys are on the same level. Despite going up, you're right where you started. And you might not know that just because you didn't go to the pool yourselves, but this is not the floor above.
So as I'm running around trying to find stairs, do I just get to the pool?
So when you go out of the pool and go back to like that stairs that you came up on, going up or down? Which way?
Down. I would assume trying to go down to see.
Yeah. You go down and you open the door and you're back right where you started.
Joey, we got a problem.
Yeah, I start falling. Yeah, what's going on?
We keep going in circles.
Oh no. Okay.
What? Why are you running in and out of the
again.
room? For goodness sake, just help me get her out of the damn pool.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I swear
We'll do
it
this
is-
later. And I'll
Okay.
start trying to help Dee get Neve out of the pool.
I'm just gonna grab an arm because she's like, I'm guessing she's kind of leaning against
Yeah.
the edge. So it's like, can you help me? Because she's not getting out on her own, and I don't want to be a fucking lifeguard, but for goodness sake, and I'm just gonna try and.
Yeah. And then so I hook one of my arms under her arm, you hook under, and then I assume that we clasp and try to...
Just gonna try to drag her onto the out of the pool, like, not exactly dignified, just.
Neve, are you undignifiedly being taken out of the pool?
I'll let him take me out. But I'm not helping him.
Neve? Hello?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What possessed you to jump into that pool? What is wrong with you?
I told you, I felt gross after being on the plane, and I just wanted to feel clean. I wanted to relax. I wanted to just...
You jumped in a pool with dead bodies, Neve. What is wrong with you? You don't become clean by dealing with dead bodies.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Dude, there's nothing in that pool.
Joey,
The pool is the nicest thing about this. I think we should just sleep in the fucking pool.
Joey
not
runs
in
over
the
and he's
pool,
like,
'cause he's clearly
"Aha!"
drugged.
I told you I didn't want to get out, but...
And he pulls out his camera and he's like, look at it.
Look at this.
at it.
Look at this.
And he shows him the picture that he just took from his viewfinder. And
Yeah.
what do they see?
I'm
You
gonna let him.
see the grossest pool you've ever seen. That picture is you kind of lackadaisically leaning against the wall with hair tangled up around your neck, dead corpses surrounding you lazily with this genuine smile of glee that stands as a stark contrast to the rest of the scene. You even have some of whatever is in this pool, a little bit of hair, that kind of matted gunk kind of attached to your lip.
Oh God!
And-
Does it still look
possessed you
different
to do
though? We're like
that?
looking at a pristine pool and then looking through a viewfinder at a disgusting one.
It's kind of, now that you see the two, it's almost like your left eye is seeing something a little bit different than your right eye. And your mind is trying to make both of them make sense. So it almost causes you a headache.
Okay, I swear there is. Do they set off an alarm when you're meant to put the gas masks on? Because I have a feeling that we're like something.
There's sirens, but we're inside. We're okay. And if you're inside,
I don't think we
you're
are
safe.
okay. Like, look at the fucking picture. I don't even know what I'm seeing right now, and I feel like that has only happened a few times, and that's when I went too far.
So, Deet and Neve, go ahead and roll keep it together.
And
No, that's not 19. That's 10. Keep it together adds. Oh gosh, what is that?
Willpower.
willpower.
Oh yeah. Oh, which is 0, so 10.
Yay! All right. So you guys are the yes, but so you're not as bad as it could be. But depending on how you're reacting, you could be angry, sad, scared, guilt-ridden. You could become obsessed, distracted, haunted by this whole ordeal. What do you think? You two?
I'm gonna get distracted because I start thinking about a time when I tried some drugs that gave me hallucinations, and I didn't like it, and and it's just reminding me of that, and I'm thinking there's something in the air or in the water, and we've just been drugged by something. So
Yeah. All right. You'll be taking a -2 whenever this distracts you. And how about you, Neve?
Guilt-ridden. I feel like after seeing what was in that pool and hearing what I heard, $1,200 does not seem like it's as much as it maybe should have been, and I should have done better. I should have done better.
You kind of notice as you're all kind of in this moment of like sadness, Joey is like super freaking stoked that he just took this grotesque photo of you. Now that like the madness has kind of subsided a little bit, he's like, oh, this one's going to be great for the blog. I think I'll call it Submerged. And he like starts to like zoom in on it and like play around with it in his camera a bunch and is like completely oblivious to whatever's going on here.
Do not wish to know the confines that run inside your mild mind, Joey, but this is not funny. Neve, are you okay?
I don't think it's funny. I think it's beautiful.
It was.
What did you see?
So you had to come in here and ruin it.
What possessed you to jump in there in the first place? What did you?
I told you I just wanted to relax after being on the plane. I went under the water and I closed my eyes.
she stayed under for ages. I don't know. I wasn't watching.
It didn't seem like it.
Sort of. I don't know what I'm seeing. I think we should get out of this room because
I didn't see him until after I got out of the pool.
As I look around at these dead bodies, do they look like they were put here on purpose, on accident? Did they drown? Do I pick up anything from them at all of just like understanding how they were killed?
I think in order for that to happen, you'd have to get a little bit closer.
I will get just the tiniest bit closer.
Excellent. And you know when you're ever at your pool and you want something kind of at the center of the pool, and there's just some magical way that it sort of drifts towards you, as if it wants to be poked and prodded. And at this very moment, it just starts to drift towards you a little bit closer. That head bobbing in and out of the water, kind of a bluish skin from whatever is in this, the hair floating out behind it.
Oh,
you can, if you want, reach out and touch it.
I was going to ask, is the hook that helped Dee get Neve closer to the edge or anything, is that around? Like, is there something that I could take and kind of poke it with and not just use my hands or my
You
body?
can. You can.
Okay. She'll take it and kind of like hook the body a little bit closer to move it faster towards her, and then start to like, I think she'll do a once over on the front if possible, and then try to flip them over and do a once over on the back to see if like their clothes had been torn, if they look like they were shot or pushed, or
Yeah.
just trying to gain something from at least this one body.
Yeah, as you pull, bringing this closer, you notice that the hair is getting tangled into that little hook that you have there. So you can try to like yank it out or carefully maneuver it so that you can use the hook to then flip the body over if you'd like.
I think she would try to just like, she knows the body's dead. So I think she would just continue to like try and hook into it and not really remove it and then rehook. I think she would just kind of like try to jam it in and flip the body over as much as possible, or at least just like pull it up to get some sort of look as much as she can with her ability. But she's like, this body's dead, it's fine.
Excellent. You flip it over carefully, like that hair still tangled in the hook. As you flip it, though, it doesn't seem to flip, or at least you hope it isn't flipped, because on the other side is just hair, black and matted.
This is not normal. And I think at one point after it gets matted to a point where like it's not coming in or out, I think she would just kind of like kind of almost like throw it in under the water and just kind of try to move the body away from them, like almost frustratingly. This is absolutely disgusting. What's with all the hair? She just kind of like looks back at all of you like, what do we do? Like, what do we do now?
Maybe we like try to find a real place to freshen up rather than swimming in dead body water.
We don't even need to be here. Can we just like go? There are better places to go on vacation. Like, Dylan's not even here. Let's just fucking leave.
Typical Dylan.
What's next on the itinerary? Do we have time to find a new place to stay? Do we have time to do anything?
I did have some screenshots. Was there anything next on the itinerary?
The itinerary, when you look at it, says you're staying here.
Look, guys, I know it's not an ideal situation, but we're safe as long as we're inside. Outside,
leave.
I mean, they give you the gas masks. They tell you just carry them around with you. You'll be fine. Trust us.
Trust them. We trusted Dylan, and Dylan put us in a place where there's dead bodies floating around in a pool.
Well, I guess that
Trust
makes
them.
sense.
They gave us
smarter than
gas
all of
masks.
us.
Who knows if we're already drugged?
I don't think I ate anything.
Okay, we need to get.
Probably drank the water.
Joey starts to step away and he frames up a picture of the group and he goes, I'm going to call this one Conflict Arises in the Group.
Joey,
stop?
just shut the fuck up, man, okay? There
I
are
am not
important...
staying here.
Okay, not here. No, let's go to our room. Let's figure out something. Well, okay, very quickly in the grand mess of this, Joey and I realized that there are levels above the 6th level. We went upstairs and we ran back around and ended up here. A completely different floor that we walked up to, and you all saw us on this floor. We are a floor apart, and yet we ended up here. That's why I ran in and out of the room, Dee. I'm not crazy.
You went up and down stairs. That's like what you do.
No,
right?
no. Neve, I mean, we went into the hallway, down the hall, walked upstairs and walked in, and we were with you all.
Well,
guys,
yeah.
That body's gone. And like he goes to grab his camera and he looks in his camera and he's like, yeah, it was there, and now it's not.
Wait, is it not even in your pictures anymore?
He like
blurry.
The body that I touched.
Yeah, it's It's blurry in my photo, and it's not in the pool anymore.
Well, yeah, but you moved it, right? Did it just?
I didn't move it. I was over here. I was taking the photo. Remember, I said the thing about the
Fiora
conflict
moved
arises
it.
the group, and then Neve said, "Shut up."
Poked it, but that doesn't mean I dispersed the entire body.
I mean, maybe it's just caught in the drain or something. I'm gonna look
What
around
drain?
and see.
Neve, why are you
Pools, they have drains, okay? Like, I didn't make this shit up, okay? I didn't ask to be here. I'm just saying, you can't just like fucking hide a body out of a swimming pool. That doesn't happen, okay?
When you jumped into the water, what did you see?
I didn't see anything. My eyes were closed and I was just sitting under the water, blowing bubbles, and
I get up very close in her face with my forehead almost touching her forehead. This is not funny. Tell me what you saw. Please. Because if you don't tell me something and you put the rest of this group in danger, that's on my head. And I refuse to have these people's heads on my conscience. I have enough already there. What did you see?
I closed my eyes and I saw a man that was talking to me, and he said that I was worth $1,200. He said something about my parents and how they were doing something. He had a saw, but I wasn't scared. He was gonna
saw someone who told you you have value?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he didn't. He was like hungry or something. He wasn't.
Casual.
Yeah.
Casual.
I told you there's something in the water. She freaking drunk the water.
But
Guys, why are we hanging out around this creepy water with disappearing bodies and stuff? Can we go back inside or something? I'm not a fan of this anymore. I got my pictures. I'm ready to leave this place.
Okay, then let's go. Let's move.
Okay.
What
cool.
time is it? Can we go somewhere else?
it's 1,200 hours. Wow. I mean,
Didn't you say $1,200 earlier? And if I cloned you in the photo, it'd be, what's with you in the 1,200 thing, Missy? Can I do a read a person with intuition?
Yes,
Try
you
and
can.
see. Excellent. I'm gonna try and see into Neve's soul with my oblivious self. Come on, Joey. Oh, big oof. That's a 4. That's a nice 4. He's like focusing really hard.
And what specifically are you trying to find out about Neve?
Basically, if she's lying and how much of the truth she's telling, and just if we can get a general gist of her mental state per se, you know, is she actually like enlightened by this? Is this actually a bad, like, just I guess a general vibe, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's almost a sense of mirth that you get from looking at her. And then you hear the ding of the elevator.
sounds
All
like
right.
our ride's here.
Sweet. And Joey's like pumped again. He's like, oh yeah, let's go. We going in the elevator?
I'm super
Sure.
apprehensive, but also slightly excited that the elevator is there. So I will go with everyone. But as I go into the elevator, I'd like to take one more quick perusal over my shoulder. Is anything else changed, or does anything else seem funky?
Yeah. From you looking over, you notice that there are several silhouettes gazing at you from the mosaics in the pool. The closer you get to the elevator, though, you notice that there is a stand and a TV upon it. There seems to be a person talking, showing on the screen itself, some sort of opera. Very old.
I'll stand at the door, so like my hand's in it, so it doesn't do like the closey thing, hopefully, and just kind of be like, before we leave, I just need some validation that I'm not the only person seeing this. Does anyone else see something crazy over my shoulder right now? And she's looking at everyone and pointing over her shoulder. I am not also going to look.
Do
I'll look.
I see anything?
Everything's fine. Nothing there.
And when Joey looks down into his viewfinder, does he see anything out of this little guy?
You do. Silhouettes gazing, almost peering as if looking through the glass at a zoo. You can't really see their figures. Kind of deep colors of red, blue, and green. But there's a lot of them in there.
Hey guys, I think I might see something.
Can I look?
Yeah, sure. And he like, I think there's like some kind of crazy aberration in the glass, like maybe how the lights bouncing around. Check that out. Doesn't that look like kind of like silhouettes?
Wow.
Did you bring like funky cameras? Like, is this? Why are we not seeing it? I don't see it.
And Joey's like kind of offended. Funky cameras? What, are you trying to call my art a joke?
Wait,
And he's like pissed.
I have an idea.
What?
Hold my hand, and I'll hold my hands out to whoever wants to just look. And I want to try something. I want to try to use inner power, which is a mysterious power I do not fully understand. It can protect me, but I have no control over it. I would like to release it and see if I can use it to help them see what we can see through the camera.
Go ahead and roll.
All right, let's see. Let's see, Soul Plus. Ooh. So I rolled a, let's see. How much is my soul?
$1,200.
Yeah, right? 11. So it says the power attacks your closest opponent, causing 2 harm. I don't know what is my closest opponent.
So, what do you think this looks like?
I think it's a bit like, I think my wrist starts to burn a little bit, and as I feel just this sort of heat kind of clamping down, almost like it's going into my bones or something like that, I look up and my eyes just turn sort of green, kind of like neon lasery green, like a sheen over them.
Excellent. The glass of the pool breaks. And the first thing you notice is that it wasn't the colors that made them blurry and almost like silhouettes in the darkness. It's just them. Humanoid figures of almost shadow, clothed with bright white eyes, little pupils gazing at you from those whites. Curious. And the glass has been broken.
Joey, I'm really glad you took a picture of that before I did this. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do it.
It's okay.
1, 2.
They start to stake.
I didn't want to.
They take a step forward. And they're just kind of floating towards you.
Are we all seeing this?
You are.
I'm backing the fuck up.
You can almost see the opera woman in this TV almost beckoning you into this elevator.
And Joey kind of drops one of his cameras.
I want to find out more.
Stairs. And I'm looking around.
I will help you with that 100%.
Yeah, you know that whatever these things are, they're in between you and the stairs.
Fuck.
I will make a run for it. Screw it. I make a run for it.
Where are you running to?
The stairs. I make a run for it. I try to push past them and say, screw you.
All right, go ahead and do some violence.
Oh, this is going to be terrible. I am not good at violence. I have a -2 to violence. Oh, that was cocked. 4 + 2 is 6. -2 is a 4. It was nice playing with you all.
I was considering running after you, but I'm not sure if I am.
Fight or flight, and she just decided to fight and flight at the same time.
yeah, just run straight at them.
Fine.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
You make it past, pushing past these aberrations of some sort, and on the way on the other side, you flop down onto the ground. Looking back, you notice that there's hair wrapped around your leg, kind of digging into your pores. Blood is caked in this hair as it's squeezing your leg. Your other side of your leg is kind of like this purplish thing.
I start screaming and kicking in a way that's more panic than pain. And I think I'm trying to like yank my foot out of it without trying to like touch it so that it doesn't get my other extremities. So I'm trying to kick it with the leg that it's wrapped around. And I think with the heel of my other foot, try to like stomp on it to see if it's like a tentacle, if it'll retract in any way.
Go ahead and endure injury for me at a -3.
Okay, so I wrote 2d10 -3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And your fortitude plus your fortitude if you have any.
So that's a 7 plus a 6, which is 13, plus my fortitude, which is 1. So 14 minus the 3, which is 11.
All right. That's not too bad.
Good.
You receive a serious wound, I'm going to say. Well, and you also lose something. So kind of both of these things.
Okay.
As you look down and you pull and you thrash and you see that parts of your flesh kind of stretches out, and then there's bone, and then there's veins popping and twisting, and they have it. It's theirs now. But you're on the other side, so at least that's a comfort.
Huh.
Luckily, because of the carpets, it won't stain.
Good to know. I think as she kind of like gets away, I'm on my, like scooting on my butt with my hands, like pushing myself back to a wall and just kind of like, help? A little help would be nice. Anybody?
Did she just lose a foot? I'm just trying to clarify what we saw. Her foot came off. Okay.
Creepy shit hate light, right? And yes! And he tries to hit him with a flash of light in hopes that does something to these aberrations.
Why don't you go ahead and do violence?
Violence by camera light. I enjoy that. I have a +1. Let's go. Come on.
I am looking for something a bit like the hook from the swimming pool, but we left the swimming pool and I think we.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for something, a weapon of some kind, something to whack this.
There's a vase and a photo, a very large photo on this little table in this area where the elevator is.
That is a dirty 20 on the burst of energy light. Yeah, I got a 9 and a 10, and I got a +1. That's a expecto patronum from a camera. Jesus.
Heck yeah. They just kind of, they're not there. And all that remains is just kind of this tufts of hair on the ground.
Is anybody, are we okay? Fiora, are you okay?
So they all left, so we can now move. Like, I'm gonna try and
I'm basically screaming.
head towards. Yeah, I'm heading towards Fiora, but I'm like trying to like almost leap over all the hair because I just saw hair just like take her foot off. So I don't want to touch that. So I don't know how big a gap, whether I'm just like leaping for it or what. Because she also said she was running towards stairs. So
yeah, you leap over it. Everything's okay. You're fine. You're with Fiora.
Is she bleeding out of her?
No, it does.
Leg?
It looks like this kind of black, like someone had knitted the bottom half of her.
It's sort of sealed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
What is this? Oh my god!
I don't know. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's not real. It's not real. Like, and I'm gonna try and help lift her up and be like, "Get the fuck over here! Let's get out of here before more of that. Keep that flash camera."
And Joey starts to run, and he takes the other flash camera. And he's like, "Just 1 second, guys. I just need." To, and he's like, fiddling around with cameras, trying to. I just need it for the block. And he got it. Okay. And then he starts helping you. He's like, "Okay, let's go."
Okay. So stairs.
I'm gonna back up a little bit as they're all doing this. I'm gonna see if I can pick up the foot from the floor in the hallway and just Fiora, they might be able to reattach it if we get help in time.
Okay, that's fine. This is fine.
Don't touch the hair.
Grab the foot, I suppose. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Okay.
it's yours. You should hold on to it.
You are like as
Can
I
you
look
not
down,
just
I see
hold
that
on
it's
to
like,
it for a moment?
it's this weird black sock sort of like cast over where my foot should be. And I'm looking at the foot that you're holding. I think I'm in total shock at the moment. I don't think she has words besides her just kind of like weeping and breathing.
I'm trying to drag you along as well. I don't know where we're quite going, but I'm just moving.
I wonder if we could get 12 for it. 24, 36.
Could you slap her,
48.
please? From
60.
God
72,
damn, Joey, come on, just drag the
84.
other one.
96.
Just keep dragging as in this state of turmoil. Do we have a plan or anything? Like, she's lost a foot.
We're getting out of
Neve's
this
talking about
damn
1,200
building.
again. I feel like I'm the only source of reason now, and that's not a good thing. And Joey's like starting to not keep his composure well with this gross black like blood like kind of getting on his nice emo boy pants. This is starting to get very upsetting for Joey. And he's getting more sweaty, obviously, from carrying Fiora up these stairs. Are we going back to the
down.
rooms?
We're going down. Yes,
But it's all the
we're
same
going-
level.
No, we're going
to outside. Get the fuck out of this building.
Outside. Okay. And I try to start to navigate to wherever outside may be.
I'm just like down the stairwell, wherever, like as many stairs until we can't go down anymore. Because she has no idea. She's not even counting floors right now. Just down. Oh, fuck. Okay. What the hell is 911 here?
12, 24, 36.
Would you quit talking about 1,200, please?
Steve, if you don't stop talking, I will shove my foot down your throat. Shut it.
And I think as soon as you say that, she looks down and just into the mouth.
Sucking on some toes. Wow.
Joey slightly gagged.
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm mortified at this point. I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
It
Joey,
could be worth
really
a
looking,
lot.
to be honest.
You never
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Joey, Fiora, and Deet, keep it together.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm paying too much attention. I probably glance back, see her look like she's sucking on toes and just kind of despair, but we'll see.
Someone might pay a lot for this Fiora.
I got a 19 but I would like to purposefully fail this because I am no way in any shape keeping my shit together. I lost the fight, and I threatened for her to shove it down her throat, and she's willingly eating it. No way. I'm
Same here. I got a 14, but there's not a chance. Like myself or my character would be like, "Oh yeah, that's great. I can totally maintain this." Like no, like this is the turning point where one of the party members have officially eaten the severed foot of Fiora. No, I'm like, oh my god, you're a cannibal.
I feel like this is also a good time for Neve to roll Contagious Insanity.
Yes.
Because that's what we're doing.
I always have to roll that when I eat a foot. So for those who failed,
I mean, I got a 10, but I think that's probably still kind of pretty low anyway, isn't it?
So D, you take a -1 stability. The other two, this is pretty fucked up. We're gonna give you guys a -4 to your stability for this like shit you are now a part of.
So I rolled an 18. Which means I get to choose 2 of the following options. Your intended victim's own terrors and dark secrets manifest with you instead. You must keep it together. Trigger a disadvantage within another person. PCs only, roll for the disadvantage. Affect an additional victim and call for creatures of madness to haunt the infected. So I think I would like to choose 2 of those to have it be... well, Fiora is probably already pretty disturbed. So Deet and Joey would trigger one of your disadvantages.
Excellent. Joey, go ahead and roll a endure injury -2.
Endure injury. Got it. Let's see here.
Indeed. Roll soul for your haunted.
I got a 12. Which is shocking.
So okay, sold that, right. Well, 8.
So I get some holds. I get some holds on you in the slightest way. Deet, you realize that one of your eyelashes is kind of clinging to your eyeball. It's itchy. It's kind of scratchy a little bit. You don't know what it means, but you know this is the precursor to something worse and infinitely more terrifying.
No.
Joey, you're going to receive a serious wound as your asthma starts to kick in the most horrific of way. Almost you can taste the blood in your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, did any of you guys bring in an extra inhaler? I think I forgot mine back on the plane. It might have fallen in between that danger zone between the seats, and I don't think I brought mine. And he's like rummaging through his bag for his inhaler, and he can't seem to find it.
Just keep going. We're gonna go to the hospital anyway.
What hospital?
So you can get a hospital. We've got someone without a fucking foot. Have you noticed?
I think at this point I'm holding the foot in one hand now, and I'm just patting Joey on the back and being like, it's gonna be all right.
Don't freaking touch me, man.
I told you they can reattach it if we get there in time.
It's not about attaching, it's about you chomping on it like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you put the thing on ice? Don't we need it on ice? I would like my foot back eventually. Oh my god.
Okay. Can we do something, please? Like call the police
How many fucking floors is it? Jesus.
There's 8. Remember, there's the weird 7 room with the flashes that
we were on
Fiora
the
can't
6th
see.
floor.
She's down 1 foot. Let's just take the elevator and everyone try and stay calm, okay?
There was a creepy ass lady in there. I'm not going in the fucking elevator.
All right. Then
We'll
let's
just keep walking, keep hopping. Let's go.
Going down the stairs bit by bit. You guys notice the numbers never change. The floor number, that is. You go down and it remains the same. You eventually
I'm gonna
get
start
tired.
counting. Yeah, I'm starting to count the floors, like, as I start to suspect that we've done 6 floors, and why are we not down now?
Exactly.
I'm starting as I go down the stairs to go down 1 step, then skip 1 and go down 2. Then 1, skip 1, go down 2.
And you notice the TV just right on the landing there. It has the black and white kind of.
So we're like going round and we're seeing a landing with a TV, and then we're going around and seeing the same landing with a TV kind of thing.
Exactly.
I tell Deet, so like as I'm, or whoever I'm hanging on, I think it's between Deet and Joey. Or
Yeah, I
just,
think so.
I'm
definitely. I don't know if he's like crumbling under the pressure right now. So it depends.
Yeah. This is
I
Joey
motion
has definitely
towards the
slowed
TV.
down.
I motion towards the TV and say, "Get me over there. I need the TV. Get me to the TV."
Okay.
And as I'm doing
Okay.
this, my other arm is like unslinging my backpack and ripping out that VHS. And as soon as we're close, I'm going to just kind of like fall in front of the TV and kind of shove the VHS into it.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Somebody left it in my shit. And then after I shove the VHS in, I take out the tin with the teeth and I will hand it to Dee. They left it with this. I didn't put it in my bag, but it was in my bag when I started to unpack. And if we keep passing up this fucking TV, we might as well just watch what's on the VHS. Let's just watch it. Maybe this will all make sense and we can go home.
Okay.
And I'll press play.
Ooh. All right, Curtis. Hit it.
All right, I'm finally here. I just hate the fact that plane didn't get here until it was, 2 a.m.? Oh, bamboo. Cool. Let's just hope these guys let me in. Oh, that's not weird. Anyone in here? Of course. They're not gonna be awake right now. Jesus. Ugh. How the hell am I supposed to... What the hell am I supposed to do here? What's that? Oh, guess that's where I'm going in. I will catch you guys when we're inside. Well, this isn't a terrifying garage or anything. Guess I'm going in here. The fuck? Where are the lights? Dylan? Dylan, are you in? Fuck. Hold on. You shitting me? God damn it. Hold on, I think I have an app for this. Thank God for free night vision. Got it working. Crainiest night vision I've ever seen. But of course, the lights are broken. The TV's still on. And that's also broken. Dylan? Dylan! Jeez. This place is fucking huge. What the hell is that? Dylan? Dylan, if you're fucking with me. Oh, no. Dylan? What the fuck? The fuck is that? The fuck? Someone's at the door. Who's... I don't see anybody. Oh, I'm not doing this right now. Oh, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not, what the fuck? What the... Who the hell are you? What the hell is going on? What the hell? What? Oh, no. Okay. Dylan, I swear if this is you, I'm going to fucking beat your ass. Fuck! I'm starting to hate the fucking dark. God damn it. Are you into cosplay now? What the fuck is going on? That wig is absolute fucking shit. Dylan? The door here's locked. I was joking, you can unlock it. Dylan. I won't make fun of your wig anymore. Of course. Of course. It's a bathroom. It's the only door that I've been able to get unlocked. And I don't even need to pee anymore. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Where's the door? Oh my god, this is why your father's a drunk. You're fucking with me. I can't. You continue to do this, I'm gonna turn your nutsack into a coin purse. Come on. Dylan! What the fuck is that? Why? How did that turn on? How did you get downstairs? You were just up here and I saw. Damn it. I gotta turn that off. I can't hear a thing. Ow. Alice. Oh, now it works. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, it's my turn now. Dylan didn't have hooves. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, what do I do? Some work, I guess. That's what I can do. Oh, Dylan, please be okay. Something's not right with this house. Something is not. Dylan? What the fuck happened to the lights? I think Dylan's actually very hurt. I don't think he's fucking around. The app's not even working anymore. I can't see a thing. I've been down here for 30 minutes. This place goes on forever. I can't even find the door. This trip was a mistake. We should never have come to Japan.
Do you reply?
I think Fiora's first instinct. Oh, I had to still the volume on from the video. I think Fiora's first instinct would be to. She just sits there with her mouth open, like eyes wide, just like. Because she has never seen this. She doesn't. She knows that's her in the video. She knows that's her, but she doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know why she's calling out for Dylan. Because if that's supposed, like in the video, it said, "Oh, this trip was a mistake," but she's like, "Well, Dylan's not on the trip. Like, what?" And she's just staring, like. And I think in a moment when she kind of snaps back into it, she kind of just looks at everyone else to see what they're doing at the moment. But she's like she's continually in a state of shock.
Fight and keep it together.
Oh no. No, I got a 2.
-2 to your stability.
Okay. I am now neurotic. Just to keep everyone up to date.
Get on my level. We need to find our way out of here. We need to do something about this foot. We need to figure out what's going on with Dylan. I would like to see if I can use my Wayfinder. Whenever you travel between two places in the city, which we're in a city of sorts, and allow your madness to guide you through the alleyways, roll.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, it's a 10. So on a 10, you discover a shortcut, but there is also some sort of obstacle you need to get past. And I think as I do this, I feel that same burn that happened in the arm when I was looking through the camera, but now I'm just like pressing down on it real hard, just like feeling this thing that's solid and that I can hold on to. Let's get out of here.
You notice that there's a little panel on the stairs, maybe a maintenance tunnel of some sort, who knows? But right above it, it says, "Welcome to Mass." You're gonna have to get down on your hands and knees in order to get through it, one by one. But you're confident, Neve. This is a path.
Just follow me. I think she takes the foot, wraps it up in the little pool towel, puts it in the backpack, slings that around to the stomach, and then just through the little shaft.
Oh, fuck.
You go next. She's not my buddy. She didn't pick me for the buddy system. Remember, you go.
Okay. And I get in and start pulling myself through as well. Cursing all the way. Fuck.
And Joey uses it as a moment to erratically take a photograph, even though he knows it's like, he's like, all right, well, my legacy's gonna live somewhere, so might as well. And then he too goes in.
Stop taking a picture of my ass. Get in here.
And then he starts crawling as well.
And as Fiora rears up the last person crawling through, I think there is a small moment where she's like on her knees, like looking at the sign that says "Welcome to Mass." And there is a pit in her stomach that begins to form, and she begins to well up in her eyes a little bit in ways that she never had to before. And she just kind of breathes in real deep, composes herself to the best of her ability, and trudges in the final person into the little hole.
Yeah. Before you duck down, a hand prevents you right on your shoulder, pale, nails ripped off, and only kind of the bleeding, pulsing flesh.
I'll look over my shoulder to see what it is or who it is.
Yeah. You can't really see it, it's somewhat blurry, but in the other hand, there is a cleaver. And this cleaver moves forward and, almost like handing a little gift, a little toy, places it upon your hand.
She'll close her eyes and she'll grip the cleaver. And like almost like a child, like when they are scared at night, like when they have their covers over their face and then they open their eyes and they hope whatever nightmare is gone. I think she has that same moment where she takes it, she kind of breathes in and she nods and she opens her eyes, and she's praying that when she opens her eyes that whatever is there is gone.
In front of you, with both hands placed on your shoulders, an old man, gross, decrepit, with stains all over his tank top. He has missing teeth, with this black, almost crimson goo oozing out of his eyes. He looks at you and he says, Make him squeal. And then he's gone. And there's the hole, and you see Joey's legs kind of crawling into the little shaft, into the deep, in the darkness.
She composes herself after kind of losing it for a second, seeing this like ghastly figure in front of her. She once again closes her eyes, composes herself, and before opening them, she turns around to where Joey's feet had gone in, and she opens and just stares straight ahead and continues to just crawl straight ahead with this cleaver gripped in one of her hands.
You guys come to a place where the tunnel widens up a little bit, though you still have to be on all hands and knees. But there is dangling string from just above you. These little figures, almost like marionettes, gazing down at you from the shadows. Moving through, it's impossible not for their feet not to touch the tip tops of your head, your back, your spine. Little strings everywhere, like little spider webs.
Do you see anything up there?
Fucking dolls. Can we go faster, please?
Yeah, my asthma's kind of catching up to me, guys. I don't really like these confined spaces.
Come on, we gotta get out of here. Do you see anything?
Don't look around, just follow me.
Okay,
Do I see
keep
a
going.
way out?
I'm kind of, if I catch up with her, I'm kind of nudging her in the feet, just sort of like just trying to get her to go faster.
And there's this horrific melody, if you ever heard Tiny Tim's Tiptoes Through the Tulips, but this is the Japanese version, of course, that tiptoe by the window. And you see like the little eyes gazing down at you, and despite like the little dolls, you see that their eyes are like this fleshy little bits. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, an almost dark red.
That's it. We go towards that. Don't look to the side. Just keep going.
As Fiora specifically sees that red light, is it very reminiscent of the red light in the video?
Oh God, it is.
She's going to grip the cleaver white knuckled, like super hard, that she feels like this cleaver is going to become part of her hand itself. And she's going to like kind of like knock Joey in his boots, like in the soles of his shoes, and very quietly whisper.
And Joey lets out a little squeal. Oh, it's just you.
It's just me. Just be passage forward. Keep it quiet. Whatever the red glow is, whatever that light is, it is not inviting. We have to stay quiet.
And he like double takes, kind of like in this like really uncomfortable space. He's like, you want me to take that and use it?
No, to tell Neve we need to stay quiet as a unit.
Okay. And then he like taps the feet in front of him, and did you say you're handing the cleaver, or you're just
Oh,
you're nudging
I have
me?
the cleaver, but like
so you're just nudging me. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like punched you with, like I did one of these, but the cleaver's still in my hand.
And he kind of taps Deed on the top of the foot, and he starts to do like really bad sign language. He's like, Fiora said that we need to be quiet when we go up there. Don't say anything.
I was being quiet. You're the one making all the fucking noise.
I'm telling you now, we need to be quiet. There's something fucked up about that light. And now Fiora has a cleaver somehow. So, yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's nudging me in the feet. Yeah, keep going. Tell Neve.
Okay.
Tell Neve at the front.
I pull on Neve's leg. I'm like, okay, Fiora has a cleaver. I don't know. She's got a weapon, and she says we gotta be quiet because she thinks that light is really fucked up. Which I'm gonna trust her on that. I think everything's fucked up, but just be just quiet, and we'll stick together. And then maybe she's gonna chop something's head off. I don't know, but slowly and quietly.
Okay.
Go.
Let's keep going.
Joey, avoid harm.
Oh no. Do I take a minus to any of this because of my stability? Yeah. Is that
Where's it at right now?
-4. I am irrational. Not making the best of calls. Not that Joey ever did, but if he's ever making bad calls, this is the time.
Not for this. No, you're fine.
Excellent. Okay. Reflexes, avoid harm. He's very nimble, so I get a +2. That's a 8.
Oh God, I am sorry.
Oh.
I am so sorry.
Okay.
So this place, you're on your hands and knees, and as you're moving, you notice that your hands are on hair, and as you look down, your hands are almost on this cheek of this woman who's staring at you. Her eyes stitched over, nothing peering out, but you can see little veins of red glittering, looking at you. She pulls up her hands, and each one is an eyeball still attached to these little almost umbilical cord-like things jutting out from her shoulders.
Joey starts really moves. He starts crying. He's like, guys, excuse me.
Shh, be quiet.
Don't look around. Keep moving forward.
You feel hands upon the back of your head. She's comforting you, Joey. Shh, child.
Just keep going, Joey. It's okay. Just don't shut
Mommy's
your
got
eyes. Just
you.
keep going.
Mommy always has you. It's okay. I got your inhaler. Do you want to breathe, Joey?
I want to slash my cleaver at whatever is touching Joey.
Go ahead. Roll violence.
I have no points for violence. Or actually, I think I have a negative for violence. I have a -2 for violence. Oh, okay. So I got a 10 + 1, which is an 11, -2, which is 8, 9. It's 9. I can math when I'm stressed.
You got a 9?
I did. I got a 9.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Joey, my dear boy. May do an endure injury at a -2.
I'm so sorry.
That's where I thought you were gonna go. Endure injury -2. Got it. Oh my, a 13. Joey's got them rolls today. I'll take that. I got a 15, so -2, 13.
Excellent. The blade cuts into your shoulder. You're going to receive a serious wound. But you know what? Mommy's here. She's here to help. And Fiora, you see her hands kind of with her little eyes moving towards that wound, that gaping hole that you've just inflicted upon Joey. Neve, there's that sweet smell of copper in the air, so delectable. It smells like a buffet. Delicious and ripe. And then, Joey, you feel pressure on your back as whatever this woman is doing, she is putting these eyeballs into the cut, forcing its way inside you.
Yeah, I think Joey at this point would start screaming and stuff like that, just up throughout the whole. I don't think one gets an eyeball in their shoulder and reacts well. So yeah, he's in a lot of pain and definitely screaming, alerting the group that something terrible is happening right now. Yeah. Guys, this is not good. This is not what I signed up for. I thought we were on vacation.
I will try to pull him back towards me so I can get kind of over him. I know it's a 1-to-1 sort of tunnel, but so I can reach over him.
Yeah, you can squeeze.
Stab.
Excellent. Looking over, getting closer in this tight place, all you see is Deet. Deet, I have used the holds concerning your haunted. Your mama. Maybe you've always been mama. But in this moment, you know that part of you is inside Joey, and you feel a little bit of tinge of red in your eye as you look down at your blood-soaked hands.
What am I doing? Okay, great. All right, so I am kind of like in amongst his wound, and I'm like on him. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. I am. Yeah, I'm just like I'm gonna like be kind of almost like ripping at him, like almost like he's feeling like he's attacking me. Like I start to like kind of push. I'm just like grabbing him and like pulling at his arms and really like, and I'm gonna grab inside the wound and be like pulling at it as if I'm just grabbing hold of piece of like
Roll violence. I love it.
A cloth, you know, like, but I've grabbed actually his wound.
Rip the cloth off.
Yeah. I rolled a 0, which is a 10, right, and then a 1. So, where is my thing? I thought I had nothing open. I've got loads of things open. Right. Violence is a -2 though. So yeah, 11 minus 2 is 9 again. Yeah, 9.
It's not good. It's really not good for everyone. Nope. It's very rough the way that you're handling it. Pieces of flesh are ripped out. Joey, you feel more of you slipping outside of you, and there is Fiora coming over with that knife in her hand, looking like she's about to stab you in the face, Deet. Fiora, what are you doing to Deet?
So I had the intention to strike, but do I have the wherewithal or the understanding to recognize that is Deet before I do so?
Why don't you roll keep it together?
Cool. That's an 8 plus 4, which is 12. Keep it together is willpower, so 14.
I think Deet is also maybe shouting out like, "Get off me! I don't want to be part of this ritual. Leave me alone, please. Get off me!" And I'm just ripping at him because I think I've gone. If I'm like the woman, it's like he's crawled over the top of me in his haste, and I'm now like underneath him, trying to just rip at him as if he's pulling me down, you know, like. And I'm just screaming at him like I'm a bit out of it.
So you got a 10, right, Fiora?
Oh, I got a 14.
Oh, 14. All right, even better. So it's up to you. You can choose one to get that -1 stability. I mean, maybe guilt-ridden if you actually go forward with this. It's kind of hazy, but I leave it up to you.
So I think she would still have the momentum, but I think instead of actually using the cleaver, I think she would more use the butt of the handle and kind of like use that and be like, oh shit, and then in the momentum kind of like go a little bit further and try to hit you with the butt of the cleaver instead of the actual cleaver. And then in that recollection of hearing your voice, that's kind of how it transpires, is she doesn't go for it with the blade, she goes for it with the butt end.
Perfect. So take a -1 to your stability. You are guilt-ridden. Deet, avoid harm. Roll your reflexes. Let's see how bad this is going to be.
Reflexes is a +2, so I rolled a 12, so 14. Isn't that a good number? I think 14 is a good number, right?
It is. So the butt smacks down on your nose, and you feel it crack a little bit, blood kind of going down, but luckily it doesn't smash your face in.
Does it kind of bring me to?
Yeah.
Or am I still very much in this kind of like
the pain has kind of
thing?
Yeah, the pain has kind of ripped through your
Okay,
persona.
so I kind of recognize that I'm not where I thought I was, and it's Joey. Ow, what the ow, fuck,
And I'm pushing Joey over her so that she could then get up. So like trying to help him so then she can kind of like lift herself up. What the fuck are you doing, Deet?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. And I just start sort of crawl, like continuing to try and crawl wherever we were going.
Get out of this hole.
Yeah, can we please keep crawling? Just go. I don't want to know what's it. Let's just get out of here, please, for the love of God. If Daddy shows up, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he's like, kind of like now he's like crawling with his elbows because he's been slashed with eyeball surgery. He's like, just continually crawling up.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry?
I'm sorry.
For what? We're crawling so slow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like staring, kind of like as I'm crawling. I'm just staring at my blooded hands that are covered in his blood. Like,
Steve, what are you up to?
oh yeah.
Question for the GM. Am I going home right now?
It feels like it.
Yeah. I'm still just crawling forward. I think I'm not looking back, not even when I hear the screaming, the scrabbling. That man in the pool said that it wouldn't hurt. Maybe it could be more than 1,200 if I do this right. Maybe.
Yeah. You see a gloved hand reach out at the end of the tunnel.
I'll take it.
It's the man smiling down at you. Neve, I'm so happy you've returned.
I've been here before. I don't know when.
You're here now. Why don't you take a seat? And he motions for almost dentist-like chair with several contraptions over it.
Okay. We'll just sit down and kind of white knuckle the arms of the chair a little bit.
I'm going to strap you down. And this is not for my safety, but your own. Is that okay, Neve?
Okay.
Excellent. And he bends down and straps your wrists and then your feet into the chair. I'm glad you're home. Welcome to Mass.
I wanted to come back. I think.
Yeah, of course you did. Who wouldn't want to come home? Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. And he kind of lifts up his finger, and it's like these little razors, metallic, instead of his fingernails. And he goes behind you. And you feel a kind of a splitting feeling and wetness behind your skull. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. It's just a little bit of pain. It'll numb soon. In his hand before you, he holds a little jar. It looks almost like a marionette, but it's almost like a cockroach with various hands and feet dancing about inside of it. Its face very much looks like yours.
What the fuck is that thing?
We're going to add some value, Neve, if that's okay with you. Don't you want to be worth a little bit more? Good. I'm gonna unstrap your right arm, Neve. And what I want you to do is hold this little jar, and I want you to open it.
Okay.
And he unstraps your right.
Okay.
Open it, Neve. And out this little Neve comes out. 6, maybe 8 little arms and legs crawling out of it. Its fingers and hands are warm to the touch as it places itself onto your forehead. It starts creeping up, using your hair to climb up, and then you feel a pressure in the back of your skull. It's intense pain. Deet, Joey, and Fiora, you come upon the scene just as this little marionette crawls its way into the back of Neve's skull.
Oh God, what the fuck? I try and grab at it if I can before it goes in.
You can act under pressure.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not amazing. Oh wait, what's act under pressure? Where is that?
Coolness.
Act under pressure, coolness. Do I have cool? Am I cool? A +2 in cool. I rolled a 6 and a 4 though, so it's only 12.
You can do it, but there's a high price to it. How much is it worth to you, your friend? Just extend your hand if it's worth it.
I think after all the stuff that's just happened and the fact that she found herself attacking Joey, she reaches out and then thinks better of it. I mean, like, she's like, blood is like, she's half choking and she's like on like broken nose, there blood. So there's a moment of like instinct and then a like, wait, what am I doing? Like, she doesn't know that she's not hallucinating and she's about to like try and rip her freaking, backbone out or something. Like, I think she's so not sure what's real and what's not real that actually her trying to protect herself like she was or protect someone else might actually do more harm. So there's a hesitation and she doesn't do it.
There's a little bit of...
It goes in.
There's a little bit of scraping of flesh, as if you would have continued, you would have lost the whole arm, it seems like, as these nails of razor blades come down and it scrapes the front of your knuckles, taking the flesh right from it. A man in a mask looks at you. That gas mask. Fiora.
Who are you and what do you want? Where are we? What's going on?
We're the mass. Fiora, this is all because of you.
Oh no, no.
You've harvested Neve. You've prepared her a place, and you have these 2 delectables who I am sure will have a fine price in some place.
What? No. This is some sick joke. This is a sick joke. This is a prank. Dylan, you can come out now. This can't be. This cannot be. No. It's just a bad dream, and when I open my eyes, everything will be fine.
I think after like the loss of blood, Joey has finally started to succumb to the madness that is this scene. And as he's nursing his wound that's obviously bleeding, he pulls out his camera and kind of walks into the corner, and he kind of looks in it and cranks the film and he goes, "Welcome to mass." And then he snaps the picture and then is kind of kind of just nursing himself, rocking back and forth into the corner as he literally can't take anymore. Just, I miss Mama.
I want to reach into my shirt and pull out this pendant that I have. This is my artifact, and I am like looking around at all of this, thinking, "Fuck, this is like last ditch." She's had this since she was 13, and she knows that it's some dark shit about it, but she's like, it's now or never. Like, we're all doomed here. This is it. And so she's just gonna pull it out, and she's already like covered in blood and stuff. She's gonna hock and spit on this with all the blood from the back of her throat, and just press it, and she's going to try and use this artifact, and the strangeness that it possesses. Can I roll, please?
Yes, you can.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, okay. I rolled 15. It's also soul, so I guess, do we have anything on soul? Yeah, I gave myself a +1, so 16, which says choose one option, the GM decides what happens. Oh gosh, what are my options? Okay. I can, if you're agreeing with this anyway, I can see the true form of a creature or location, receive a vision of what threatens you. We already can see that. Get yourself out of a bind, or call on an entity bound to the artifact and bargain with them. I mean, my thinking is that she wants to call on whatever this is, like, maybe trapped in this artifact, and get it to help them. That is her main thing. Like, obviously she kind of wants to get out of a bind, but she wants all of them out of this. She wants to go home, be
so
back
you want
to
to bargain.
normal. Yeah, I kind of want to bargain with them, whatever this is, whatever this dark spirit is, to deal with these dark spirits and tell them to fuck off and put us back where we should be.
Yeah. You hear a ringing in this small room, and this man with a mask goes over to a little rotary phone and picks up. Who's calling? And you hear his voice coming from your pendant, Deet. What did you want from me?
It's not them you want.
Then who is it? And please don't say it's you, because honestly, you didn't escape all those years ago. You were just not wanted.
It's the taxi driver.
The taxi driver. And what about him?
He's laughing at you.
And you think he's a suitable replacement?
Yes. For
One
all of us.
body. One body. I can trade one body. I'm gonna take something from each of you.
You've
But you'll
taken
be...
enough.
No, Deets. I haven't. It's just a little tooth. That's really all I need. You can go on your merry way. Maybe enjoy the rest of your trip.
Fuck this trip.
Yes. Are you okay, Deet? You seem tense.
Fuck you. Of course I'm tense. Let us go.
Okay.
I escaped once before, I will escape again.
You didn't escape, Deet. I know you like to tell yourself that. You are the old moldy buns that you toss out at the grocery store.
Then you don't need me, do you?
Never
Toss
needed
me
you.
out.
You were always going to be free. You can leave now if you want.
Not without them, all of us.
Why?
You don't deserve them.
I wish so much that you could see them for who they are.
Oh, I see the shit. We're all full of shit. But you still don't deserve them.
Here's my deal. One body I'm going to take. I don't have to take it now, but I will take it later, and you can all leave. But when I do come and take it, Deep, I'm going to take yours.
Fair enough.
Okay. The man opens the door.
I just beckon the others. And well, actually, I'm gonna beckon, and then if they don't even start to move, I'm just grabbing the two nearest me by the wrists or whatever, and I'm walking, but just quite calmly out. Although I'm probably having to help Fiora, because she's still hopping probably, unless she's suddenly grown a foot.
I'm
probably
still
asked.
chained to a seat also.
Oh, are you actually chained to a seat? I can't tell what's dream and what's not. So you're actually chained to a
except
seat?
for one of my arms.
Oh, okay. I really thought that was a flashback. Okay. I'm just gonna look at the man, and down at Neve, and look at the man.
He hands you a razor.
Oh wait, is she tied down? What was the? Is she chained or tied? Just tied. Okay, I slit the binds.
And you're free, Neve. Except for that little scratching in the back of your skull. You feel free.
If
Hurts, Deep.
I know, let's go. We'll worry about that later. And I expect that Joey isn't really moving much apart from rocking, so I'm gonna try and hand on his shoulder and start to drag him.
And he kind of washes out back, and he's like, ah!
Come.
No, I'm not going anywhere without Mama. I'm staying right here until Mama comes back.
Mama's
Conflict in the
here.
group. Submergence.
Mama's here.
Just say cheese.
Joey.
And he just keeps saying the same things over and over again about the pictures that he took earlier. And
Mama's got your camera, Joey. You need your camera.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. and then that kind of like psychotic giddiness kind of for somehow gets back into Joey's step, and Igor works back with you. Okay, Mama.
I ferry them all out, and before I go out the door, I flick the razor at the guy. And
yeah, it kind of sticks into his face.
Oh, good.
Black blood kind of dripping out of the face mask.
And I'm gonna spit blood at him probably as well, because I'm like still.
Yeah. You don't see it begin in your head. Kind of imagine him putting his finger on that glob and.
Yeah, I dry rat shit. I had that thought.
So we're going to skip over to a couple days from now. You guys are in the hospital recovering from whatever the hell happened. People are saying that it was some sort of fire, emergency, something happened there that's not quite investigated. And you guys are recovering. And we'll go through each one of you and see how you're doing. Joey, why don't you go ahead first?
So I kind of picture Joey laying in the hospital bed with one of those big old gauze slings over his arm, to recover from the eyeball penetration he received from Mama. And surprisingly enough, Joey there's definitely something changed about Joey. His demeanor definitely isn't as chipper, but you can tell there's a smirk of satisfaction that runs across his face as he's sitting there one-handedly in the hotel bed, and he's kind of just scrolling through his pictures that I now assume are either blurry or containing very graphic images, and he's kind of mumbling the same words that you heard of conflict rises in the group, oh mama, oh submergence, and like he's like, these are gonna be great for the block, and he just like keeps like mumbling to himself, and now that sort of keeps repeating himself, swiping, and until somebody stops him, he's just gonna be looking at his viewfinder, swiping psychotically.
Excellent. Neve.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I think when I get out of here, I have an idea for the next tattoo I want. Fiora always knew how to make something more valuable than it really was. Make something out of nothing. I think when I leave, on my wrist, I'll get a 12, and on the back of my neck, a 13.
Excellent. Deet.
Deet is sort of, she looks very dazed and she hasn't really slept much. But there's a strange calmness to her. She's kind of accepted that, or she's just, every person that comes in to you know, like do tests or whatever, or check on her, she's expecting them to just murder her or take her like soul or something. Like she's just waiting for that moment, like and she's sort of feeling kind of strangely calm, because she's never really had a purpose or a job or a reason. She's just flitted around, and if it was all just to kind of try and get out of that situation, even if, as she kind of looks around at her fellows on these beds, clearly are fucked up, like probably not the same, like whether she's saved them or whether she's bound them to some sort of living hell, she doesn't really know. But her escaping when she was younger was maybe what triggered like a lot of this, and that actually payback is that she should never have survived the ritual they were trying to do, and that maybe she broke something, or like she did break the ritual, so maybe this is payback for that, and she needs to leave to reset the balance. So I think she's kind of coming to terms with that in a weird kind of way.
Excellent. Fiora.
Oh, goodness. I think so. Not sure if she gets her foot put back on or not. No? Okay. So then I think she, for the next couple of days afterwards, has those phantom pains in her foot. And when she pays enough attention to them, I think she hears those voices creep up in the back of her mind. And in doing so, will call on the nurse, ask for more pain medication, and try to kind of numb it all out. But with everyone around her and with her within herself, I think she is contemplating a lot of things. There's a point where I think she takes out her phone, and in the notes section of her phone, since there's still no real service, she's writing down notes. Don't leave without a bodyguard. Don't leave without a weapon. Always stay within X amount of distance of someone. Like, she's planning out the next like steps that she has as much as she can. But also I think she's making arrangements to be a little bit of a better person upon arrival, if possible, if at all, within her means. But I think she looks around to everybody one final time, and the last note that she makes into her phone is, talk to Dylan.
Excellent. And that's where we'll end it. You guys survived. Oh my god.
Survived.
Wow.
Not
Wicked.
Oh
That was
boy.
very cool. Wow.
Oh,
Yay. So we're gonna do a roundabout for plugs and thanking these amazing people for all the awesome jobs that they did for this whole one shot. And now I feel like I have to continue running and make the two timelines that meet up and so they can talk to each other and stuff. That would just be funny as hell. So we'll start with Johnny Blames. Go ahead.
Just plugs. Are we doing the typical debrief what we'd like, or what? Just hey, Johnny Blams.
Let's do both. So let's say
Cool.
what we liked about it. What was your favorite moment? And then go ahead and go with the plug.
I think so. I'm now getting in the habit of taking notes when we do TTRP, just so I have a vivid of what I liked the best. And what I really liked is I had a slightly like I definitely didn't have a concrete plan of where Joey was going to be with the voice, with the demeanor, with everything else. And I kind of wanted to read the room and see, since me and Naimira roleplay together yesterday in Fiasco, but I didn't know her character in this realm, and I didn't know the rest of the cast's characters. And so I kind of wanted to read the room and see. From the beginning, I didn't know where Joey was going to go, right? Originally, I wanted to be a lot creepier and a lot more nasally, hence the asthma. But then, like, Neve's got her, like, really serious bit going on. Fiora's, like, a very serious character. And then I think Deet was, like, the happy medium. So, like, I read the room, and I was like, okay, like, we need some comic relief. I personally, as a player and as a character, have no idea why we're on this island. And that's probably due to ignorance and not reading enough. But I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I'm here for some pictures. Great. This is going to be awesome. And I figured, like, hey, Joey will be a good character to kind of cause trouble and to segue if we need to. So I really appreciated how the group kind of formed my character rather than me having any complete preconceived notion. It helps that I'm actually a photographer and have a crap ton of collector cameras lying around, so I could incorporate that into the role play. And then probably my favorite point was when Neve decided to, oh no, it's different on Zoom, but ignore my pointing. When she ate the foot, part of me, and the hair and the foot, the hair tentacle penetrating. I was like, oh no, not in the pores. And then when she ate a foot, I was like, okay, like that might be real vomit coming. But yeah, those were definitely my two favorite parts. And just the last sidebar is that Deet actually looks exactly like someone else I acted with in The Crucible, who played Tituba. So this whole experience made a really weird out of character like feeling for me and RPing with Kate. So like from the get-go, I was like, holy shit, like Kate looks like Leah who played Tituba. And there's already this ominous to her character that I was like, and lo and behold, she becomes Mama and she injures me with some eyeball surgery. So that was really cool to live through too. Yeah, my name is Johnny Blams, guys. You can find me on all your social media platforms as Johnny Blams. That's your Twitch, your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube. Primarily, most of my content is RP and tabletop roleplay. I'm also an admin at Wild RP. You can, if you want to be a cowboy and do some roleplay, you can check that out at wildrp.com. Yeah, and then I think I'm funny sometimes on Twitter and say dumb things. So that's the main place to find where I say dumb things with my mouth fingers. Thank you. And thank you guys. This cast was once again a blast. I had a great time today.
Yeesh. All right, actors at work, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Actors at work here, otherwise known as Kate Madison. This is a wig, so that's going to confuse you. Wow. I just got it so hard to pick out good moments. I think mostly because this sort of show as well, you have to like spend a few hours decompressing and remembering all the crazy. So my brain is very much still on those last moments, and I quite enjoyed flicking the razor at the guy. But you know, like, but generally, like, just, I loved that you guys put together that freaking video. Like, but I was very worried about jump scares because I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to like film. I was like, I'll turn it down slightly so I don't go boom. But yeah, that was awesome. That was like such another side to it to like add that extra element, which was very cool. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just really interesting. And yeah, same. I didn't really have a huge idea for this character. And it's always interesting when the first words come out of your mouth and you're like, oh, okay, I'm a grumpy bitch. Fine. Okay. Like you just sort of like go, okay, that's where I am at. Okay. Yeah, just so much. It was great role playing with you guys. It was awesome. You can find me usually over at my own Twitch channel, which is literally just twitch.tv/Kate Madison. I pretty much do things now Monday to Friday, every day from 4 in the afternoon here in the UK, which is like 10 a.m. Eastern, because COVID and, you know, a creative freelancer with no work. So Twitch, yay. Well, yeah, I'm just doing more and more role play as well, and I'm just loving it. I was introduced to it only like a couple of years back, really, and it was D&D, and then suddenly I've just discovered so many other things, and I'm just like, wow, okay, there's so much more than D&D, and I love it. And actually, horror is strangely, interestingly addictive. I don't know, I'm not. It's just there's something interesting about delving into the dark places. It's just kind of fun. And maybe it vents something in us. I don't know. Anyway, yes. I highly recommend
Crawl
it.
under your bed, Kate. It's okay.
Yeah, who could realize that hair is actually really disgusting? I mean, the amount of times I've pulled hair out of the drain, I drop hair like there's no tomorrow. So like, oh my God, I'm gonna have nightmares now just clearing the sinks. Like it's gonna be like, oh my God, don't take my foot. Anyway, yeah, too much information. But like, thank you guys very much. You can find me actually at work on various socials, but I'm pretty Googleable. So I'll see you in the internets.
The webs. Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Well, of course. With a brick.
Oh, hi. Hey, I'm with a brick. Ray. Wow. Today was wild. Same sort of thing. I kind of had this idea of Fiora being this kind of like bitchy, uppity sort of like real estate lady who just like can't put up with the shit of normal people. But wow, she just went somewhere real quick. But I was super stoked to play with everybody. I love playing horror ever since playing an encounter role play has gotten me into playing horror so heavily, and it's now predominantly the one type of game that I seek out more than the rest because I genuinely love playing horror games. And Mitch is very quickly becoming another one of my favorite DMs with the way that you style your horror and the way that you cater to it and the way that the characters, you know, flow and their responses and everything. You just build on that very, very well. And it fills my heart with just so much terrifying glee. But yes, for me, I'm with a brick with 2 Ks everywhere on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I'm a variety streamer over on my own channel. I play a lot of first-person shooters and story-driven games. Every once in a while, I'll play simulation stuff. I'm gearing up for spooky season. It's going to be a whole 3 months worth of spookiness because we deserve that here in the year of 2020. So come hang out if you want to get spooked. Besides that, I play on every Friday night over on Encounter Roleplay on 5 p.m. Central, which is my time, 6 p.m. Eastern. I play an oracle named Ida June in an Urban Shadows campaign called Eclipse. It's a lot of fun. Come hang out tomorrow if you have some time. But besides that, you can just find me everywhere on the internet with a brick. But thank you so very much for everybody for letting me join in this game. Thank you, Mitch, for running it. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. My first time playing KULT, and now I'm obsessed and I want to keep playing. So anybody ever needs more players, let me know.
I feel I could just play all night, honestly. All right, so I'm gonna go, and then Nymeria will close us out because she's awesome. So oh man, my favorite moments was just I love the hope and the camaraderie from Deet. Like I was like, throw him under the bus, like just leave him, it's fine. And you were like, no. And then even Fiora trying to be a better person afterwards, I was like, oh, now I'm interested, because my whole plan was to murder everyone for this one shot, and now I want to know what happens and like where you guys are, because the main campaign is 3 years after this. So what are y'all up to? I don't know. I'm curious now. So I might have to pull that thread and see if Mass and then gets to collect onto Deet and what happens with all of that. I think that'd be super interesting. They were amazing. They sent me such creepy, weird stuff via Twitter and in our session 0. Like, honestly, they just provide the material and I throw it together and oh my gosh, they're creepy in the best of ways. So my 1-2 plugs is tomorrow we have Heartland at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is with the TTRP Theater folks doing an amazing continued campaign. So definitely check that out. That's going to be really cool. Obviously, we have more awesome stuff coming here on the Cult channel, including Petronalo, the creator of Cult Divinity Lost 4th edition, the creative director. So that's going to be really cool chatting with him. Other than that, Arium is on Kickstarter right now, and it is a super fun role-playing game where you can just imagine and create whatever worlds you want and do all sorts of fun stuff with it. Will Munn is the creator for that, and a lot of interesting writers are on it. And yeah, check it out on Kickstarter. So now I'm going to throw it on over to Nymeria to close us out and see if I can get this right.
And catch. Hi. I am Nymeria at Nymeria941, wherever you can find me on the internet. First of all, big thanks to this cast and crew and to Mitch for letting me play with you, because I have been absolutely dying to play this game for so long. And my goal for it was I really wanted to play a character that explored big feelings in a TTRPG, and oh boy, did y'all give me that. So thank you very, very much for that. That was so much fun. Yeah, I'm also still pretty new to horror RPGs myself, but this one, I think I've got the bug. I really, really do. I really do. Okay, favorite thing about the session. I think, honestly, like the tension that was created by the handing off of the various bladed weapons was fucking incredible. Like, that was the best part of it, because I was like, oh no, here comes more danger. What's gonna happen? Legitimately did not know, and that was just a really cool experience to have in terms of like telling a story, feeling that sense of danger and suspense. Where can you find me? Mostly on Encounter Roleplay these days. I actually play in the Star Trek Adventures Sword of Kalis campaign, which we are going to go raid right after this, so y'all can like watch the amazing my fellow cast members search for this sword while I go take my wig off and transform into a Klingon as fast as I possibly can. Yeah, we're playing all of the an all Klingon crew that is searching for a legendary sword to legitimize our current ruler, Kapla. So yeah, mostly I'm on Encounter Roleplay. I do have a new game coming up on the Heroes Without Limits channel. I'm going to be GMing a City of Myths game that I have titled This Rough Magic. This is a Powered by the Apocalypse game where every character is going to play as someone who has a real life myth or legend living inside of them. So if you like mythology, this one is specifically going to be very focused around Irish folklore and mythology and the works of William Shakespeare, because it's me writing the adventures. So that's that. And that is going to be on the Heroes Without Limits channel. So that's it.
Good.
Thanks again.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. We're waving at you with our hands.